Well, hello. I'm Matt. Welcome to the Good Life. I do a little radio show from my backyard in the Hills Casino. I'm a lucky guy. In fact, I'd say luckier than most. I have lots of friends I like to call stars. In fact, there's one now. You probably know Lifestyle, Drew Carey Show, Blue Line is Anyway, Black Hawk Down.
I wasn't in Black Hawk Down, Matt. That wasn't me, okay? What are you doing here?
The gate was actually open. I thought I'd take a little jacuzzi-roo.
I got company coming over, okay? People that matter, okay? Get up, go.
Bubbles feel so good.
Look, Matt, you know what? You gotta stop doing this, okay? I can't be coming home with the wife and kids and you're in my tub, okay? Just get out.
I'm not wearing nothing.
Doohickey, you know, the doohickey that rolls.
Hi, this is Meatloaf. Okay, kids, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's Outlaw Radio time!
The most imitated radio station in the nation.
I'm through with standing in line for some fun to begin, but I found a good thing leaving me with a grin. It's time for Outlaw Radio to begin.
You have the great Billy Gibbons here? Yeah.
It's very cool.
He just passed out.
Oh,
yeah. Hey, that didn't sound too bad.
Had to lighten them up loud. Oh, man. We're here with Matt. Oh, yeah. Had to lighten up. Oh, little Outlaw Radio. We're here with Matt.
And he's not fat.
We got all these guys and girls in the house. Let me tell you, that's where it's at. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Allen. Pass me a gallon.
What else is new, huh? Hey, welcome to the big blustery broadcast of the San Fernando Valley in the hills close to Hollywood. Spitting distance from where the miscreants live there in Hollywood. The woke Hollywood types. We are not them. Hi, everybody. I'm Matt, Magic Matt, a.k.a. Matthew Allen, the man with so many monikers. That way I get more votes for Homecoming Queen. And yes, men are better than women. And I have proof, and I will explain within the next couple minutes. Plus, we'll do a little epilogue with Wonderhussy live via telephone from Death Valley. See,
she made it back.
as far as I know, she gave me the thumbs up on doing a little phoner today, because there were some questions that are plaguing me that I didn't get to. And especially in the aftermath, you know, we talked for about 3 hours the next day. I know you talked all night with her after the show.
I think we know everything about each other.
She is one interesting chick. I love the Wonderhussy. I think I have the wrong tax preparer, and it's obviously this time of year. A lot of people, their minds are on taxes.
Sure.
Except here in California, where we've been given a hiatus until October.
Yeah,
Do you believe that?
Only in California.
Just another reason to move to California. But my tax preparer, he repeatedly grabbed himself and said, "Tax this." Am I right? He'd say tax this, and then he'd say, "Am I right?"
I think we have the same accountant.
Yeah, is that right?
Am I right?
Yeah, and thought for the day, my friends.
Yeah.
You can't fix stupid, but the rainbow-colored hair makes it easy to identify. So See, and yeah, I want to talk to Wonder Hussy about the reason she did no videotaping in here, and I believe I know because she took a quick run in here before the show started, and I was unaware of this. And me being the idiot that I guess when it comes to some things, I don't think things through. And I thought about it a few days before, but then I didn't take care of business. And what I'm telling you is there are MAGA hats strewn around this bar. Yeah. And so she takes one look at that, and she knows that she can't videotape in here. And she's such a nice person, she's not going to say, Matt, could you take the MAGA hats down? And they're only, it's not because we're lockstep with Donald Trump. We are lockstep with America and lockstep with loving the great United States of America. We're certainly lockstep when it comes to liberty. We love not being told what to do, but these are gifts from guests throughout the years, and they just happen to be these MAGA hats. And you just know when she looked.
Well, she's very aware of.
Oh, she's aware. She's aware of everything. Yeah.
She's such a sweetheart. I mean,
anyway,
we talked all night, and I learned a lot. She's been through some crazy stuff.
Yeah,
man.
she has.
I'm not going to mention it.
Yeah, she has. Well, it's up to her,
Right.
if she wants to get into the things that we talked about with you that night and then the next day. I am pissed that I didn't make her a Sunday brunch. I let her leave hungry. I mean, she's the Wonder Hussy, and the one thing I learned, I don't know if we learned this on the air. I think it was afterwards. She said, I said, Wonder Hussy, you don't really eat. And she said, oh, hell yeah, I do. I eat like a pig. Mm-hmm. And we sort of identified that, during the hot dogs and the sausage and the rib portion.
Oh, she chowed down.
Yeah, she did. Yeah. So, but you look at her and she's so thin, you wouldn't presuppose that this woman eats much at all.
Yeah. Some people just have it and they can do it.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. But she says, I don't want to. She's not too thin. She's about right, don't you think?
Yeah, she's great physique.
USA Today give Women of the Year honor to transgender. I'm going to prove to you now why men are better than women, and this is my proof, my friends. USA Today, that big old liberal ragaroo, although when they were in the radio business, they ran the greatest radio companies in my history. The greatest radio companies. I loved, and it wasn't USA Today, it's Gannett. But Gannett owns USA Today. And that USA Today sort of put their footprint on the world and America. You can find that damn thing at every hotel. You may still be able to. I just don't visit really many hotels these days. But USA Today honored a transgender lawmaker from Minnesota on its annual Woman of the Year list. Democratic State Rep Lee Fink is the first openly transgender person to be elected to and serve in the Minnesota legislature. She was named Woman of the Year for Minnesota despite serving in office for less than, now listen to this, 3 months. All right? So she's only in her job as Minnesota legislator for 3 months. Now, what will ever be left for biological females? Michelle Obama is also on that list. There have been some gray areas there with her, but yeah, those are well, for example, Billy Dilly, our beautiful Marine, hoorah! But he brought it up to me about a year ago. He said, the rumors are flying that Michelle Obama is a man. It's like, oh, come on. See, that's that dark conspiratorial crap that I don't get into. Something tells me she's a female.
Our father-dad believes that Hillary Clinton is a man.
Well, now that's a different notion, and that's, something we should explore. But Michelle Obama's on the list. But what does it take for a conservative woman to get on a list like this? Anyone? What does it take? Cut off her jai-jai.
Yeah, to be a male first.
Yeah, there are many extraordinary and accomplished transgender and biological women who deserve to be honored. But this woman or man, this Fink situation is not the case. This is not the case. She's been in her position for 3 friggin' months. President Obama got a Nobel Peace Prize for doing nothing. Ladies, take back your honor. And I know some of you are getting this, and you understand that they want to erase femininity. They want to erase you true biological women. Don't let this happen to you.
And it is, the more I watch this stuff on Instagram, it's pissing these girls off, a lot of them.
Yeah, so do the right thing. Take back your honor. This is not about actual achievement or accomplishment. This individual seems to admit in interviews, sort of wondering, why did I get this? You know why you got this. Because you're a man, baby. Or a man who turned into a woman. Or is this man officially a vagina-carrying man? And by the way, it's a fake vagina if it's anything. But you real women with the real thing, fight for your right to the thing you fought for so many years.
I mean, they're so outnumbered. It's hard to believe that the real women of the world would allow this.
And Dave, Tattoo Dave, our producer. I mean, what woman do you know that is meek? I mean, they're pretty loud,
right? Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Fight for the right of vagina.
That's what I mean. It's like, is it a facade? Let's
find some. I mean, if you've got to put a tranny in there, is that? Oh, that's politically incorrect, right? You can't say tranny. But if you got to put a tranny in this list, then make sure they have accomplished something.
And
because I got because I got no problem, man. If there are accomplishments there, fine. But it's like booty gig judge. I mean, why is he in his position? This failed man who has screwed over America. One reason. Anybody? We don't even need to say it, do we? But this proves, in my opinion, that men are truly that good at everything. We are so good, in fact, that we are even winning women's awards. Wow. Hear me out on this. We are winning women's sports. There is not a thing that we as men are not winning. Apparently, we are even better than women at being women. My proof, case in point.
This is good.
But don't you agree?
Absolutely.
We are the best.
I hope you're getting to some of these real women out there.
Men are better than women. Hey, my fellow males, we've come a long way, baby. We've come a long way, baby. And babies, yes, even that, according to the woke, babies. Yeah, I guess they can have them, right?
Sure.
It's okay for them to birth a baby.
So we can do it all, man. Like you said, we can do it. Look what we're doing to you guys.
Yeah.
And these women have to look at it that way and go, we're being stripped of our womanhood.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Big time.
And it's unbelievable, man.
A remarkable woman who is a director and screenwriter in the movie business. This happened, this was last year, and she brought it to my attention. She said, they're trying to erase us. And that's sort of the first time it really sunk in, that they're trying to erase true biological females. And when I say they, I think we know who we're speaking of. But don't let it happen. I mean, get in their faces. Don't take this crap anymore. Don't let M&M's use a transsexual as their woman spokesman for Women's Month
Hershey,
in the United
right?
States. Oh, it's Hershey's?
Yeah, wasn't it Hershey?
But isn't that M&M's?
I believe.
I think it's Hershey.
So.
Whatever.
Oh.
Hey, I want to get to something fun here, and call Guinness Book of World Records if you don't mind. I found a funny bit on SNL. You heard me, Mark C.G. Boyer.
Wow.
Yep.
He thinks they're all funny.
Well,
No, I don't.
Mark C.G. Boyer, he's an avid SNL fan, and I think he gives it the 90 minutes every Saturday night, or he used to, or it's not even taped anymore.
I record it,
and then you watch it.
I'm not giving up on them.
Yeah.
They're going to make it.
Yeah, you think they'll come through? But I found a funny friggin' SNL bit, and you got it there on your page, right?
That's there.
Let me explain how this works. And I'm sure Mark knows, being the avid SNL aficionado, It's during, I guess, the news, and it's the black dude and the white dude. The really good-looking white dude, I expect him to do probably...
Yeah, he's married to...
What's her name?
Scarlett Johansson.
Yes, yes.
Is he? Did he?
Is he really?
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Whoa,
they have a baby.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Oh, he's hitting that man.
Yeah.
He done good.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Colin Jost.
Colin
Jost, yeah.
Isn't it funny, Colin Jost, without me even knowing that? Did I not say he was remarkably good looking? So can you imagine? No, I don't want to imagine what's going on. But that Scarlett Johansson,
she's very promiscuous.
Oh, she is the hottest.
Yeah.
She is the hottest.
Yeah, my buddy was with her.
And by the way, a dirty little secret. I would venture to guess that she is not an idiot stick woke lefty. I would venture to guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I know that my
gun to my head, and there's some way we could prove it. I would say no. She is not one of those woke idiot stick lefties.
See, my buddy met her at the old whiskey at the Sky Bar, which was popular. And this was before her career even did anything. Before her first movie, she was in L.A.
Oh, is that right?
Meeting with all these people, getting ready to be a huge star.
She's a major star.
My buddy was in town producing some big band, and so they met each other at the hotel. She ends up, they're at the pool the next day. He goes, "Hey, you want to come to my room?" She stays in his room that night, and they did. And I go, "Dave."
Scarlett Johansson.
And he's had pictures of her just getting out of the shower. I'm like, with a towel in her hand. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You see,
Whoa.
We're going to have trouble finishing the show.
Yeah, well, I won't. But I will tell you this, that these are the things that men discuss.
Yeah.
When Donald Trump said grab him by the P word and then explained these are the things that guys say, these are things. He didn't think he was being videotaped or on the record saying this, but what he was saying was the truth. And so many females looked at this as blasphemous. Oh, my God, what a terrible guy. You're going to vote for a guy because he's a good president?
Yeah.
That's COVID. That is the fourth time this week.
Oh.
Get Fauci on the phone.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
We just hit all of them.
No, get Fauci on the phone so I can hang up on the bastard. What a piece of crap.
You know, it's a real thing. It's a real thing.
Yeah, it's a real thank you.
And don't wear masks because masks don't work.
Yeah. Or do they work? No, they do work.
Oh,
What
they
month?
work.
What month is it? What time of day? They do work. They don't work. I'm not certain. But the bit on SNL is. Oh, jeez. Oh. Why did it happen? What'll it be? Hey, by the way, if you know what movie that's from, please on rumble.com, where we are being seen and heard, or YouTube, Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio, comment on what movie, what classic movie that is from, and I don't know, the first correct answer, I'll give you something. I'll figure out how to contact you, and we'll send you something from the show. But the line is, what'll it be? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Do you know, Mart?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Well, we grew up with this stuff.
Yep.
All right. So here's the deal on SNL. You got the black dude, and you got the other anchor who's a white dude who we just discovered is married to Scarlett Johansson. And the only reason I mention that again is so I can say Jugs Hansen. Because I'm most likely 16 years old. Oh. But the mentality of a 12-year-old. And the bit is that they set each other up and they write a news story for each other, trying to make each one look racist.
Yes.
Right? Did I distill that down?
Yes.
So they write a news story for the other one, unbeknownst to them, and supposedly it's fresh on the show, and they're not aware
it's a dry read
of what they're about to read. And I'll tell you, I think this was damn funny. So here we go. Tattoo Dave, hit that SNL skiddaroo.
A new report finds that as people move into formerly wild areas of Africa, human activity is disrupting chimpanzee culture. Incidentally, chimpanzee culture is also what my grandpa calls hip-hop. Why?
Okay, pause it. Okay, so that's one. Yeah. Oh yeah. But you see, isn't it interesting how they can get away with this by setting up the bit as writing it for the other person to make them look racist? So now all bets are off. They can do anything. So continue. I think there's another one on here. Should be any moment.
This is on cards. I want to switch it up a little.
Okay.
Shay didn't write this one. This is all me.
That's the white guy, by the way.
I want to hear this. Last week was National Rosa Parks Day, or as we call it in my house, Uppity Bus Passenger Day.
Yeah.
We couldn't get away with that.
Uppity bus passenger day. Yeah, but they figured out a way to get away with being funny, because it's not truly racist. It's called parody, my friends, and we are so lost when it comes to humor these days.
It's amazing.
You know, we mentioned on the show that the Gen Zs tend to have no sense of humor, or their sense of humor is that of a 4-year-old, because they don't understand parody, and they don't understand, it seems to me, they don't understand sarcasm.
Well, no, not only that, not just the Gen Zs, but I've dated a few girls where they're around my age.
Well,
or a bit younger.
Mart, that's my brother Mart.
Yeah.
Females, by and large, are not into sarcasm.
Oh, no.
Females.
This one I was sitting with one night at a bar, and I said something. She goes, "What did you just say? Can you say that?" And it just, she did not. It was. I said, "You don't know." I was messing around, and I'm thinking, man, if you don't get that,
especially these days, man, they want to be pissed off about something.
Yeah.
And I was mentioning this to the new CEO of Midwest Communications, Peter Tanz. We had a great conversation yesterday. And I love this guy. Now, why am I saying that? Am I kissing his ass? Perhaps it sounds that way. But this is a great man, and I have not met a person at Midwest Communications. They're the ones who run our show in Wisconsin that I don't like. These are down-to-earth, good people. And I brought this up about Gen Zs to Peter Tanz. And I'll tell you what, another reason why I like him. He won't agree with me simply to agree with me because I'm a big-ass radio star. And I appreciate that. 3, 2, wait for the other shoe to drop. He said, Matt, you know, I have to butt in here. Don't you think the youth of the world have always been stupid? And he made a great point. He said, you know, here in Wisconsin, the drinking age was 18 when he grew up there. He said, we did a lot of stupid stuff. And then all of a sudden, when you got a mortgage and you're married and you have to provide, you grow up a little bit, hopefully, and most of the folks do. Yeah. But he makes a good point, and maybe I should lay off the Gen Zs because his quote, youth of the world have always been stupid. And I sort of appreciate that, because I thought I wasn't coming from a place of get off my lawn. You know, I really did. Because I thought that it was so much different today, but maybe in the way they express it, or a lack of sense of humor. But damn it, most 18-year-olds, even 40 years ago, did they understand sarcasm? I mean, did they get it?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so I'll tell you, thank you, Peter Tanz. He's a good man. On the show today, I'll tell you about Gwyneth Paltrow's hit-and-run ski collision.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
Oh, this is a good one. Talk about another good-looking broad.
Yeah.
And speaking of the third good-looking broad in the last 20 minutes on the show, Wonderhussy reappears. And I'm not going to apologize. I will simply say that, I'm an idiot because I left the MAGA hats on here in this 1876 Virginia City, Nevada style bar, strewn about the bar. And no wonder she couldn't videotape. You know, it's a lost situation.
Well, she I was sitting out by the pool, and all of a sudden I see her peek her head in here, then she walks out.
Yeah, then she walks out.
She goes and lays on the lounge out there.
Instead of going back to her truck and grabbing her gear. So I know that.
Yeah,
someone remind me when she's on the phone, D-pick. It rhymes with Rick. I sent her this thing, and I looked at it, and I thought, do you think she thought that I sent her a D-pick?
Oh, God.
Next on Outlaw Radio.
Like the legend of the Phoenix. With beginnings, what keeps the planet spinning? The force from the beginning. if I'm with it. We've come too far to give up who we are. So let's raise the bar and our goals to the stars.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Outlaw Radio.
The staccato hoofbeats of a golden palomino, carrying a man who fights wherever justice needs a champion.
Magic Matt Allen. I've been made aware by the powers that be that I have not promoted our podcast enough, although, and maybe if I had a microphone that worked, then I would promote things here on the show. And this is Neumann. This ain't no cheap-ass mic. Neumann, Clavin. But, so let me take care of this. You can find our podcast, daily podcasts, by simply saying, Alexa, oh no. We have one in here, so she's going to hear this.
That nosy.
And probably, oh yeah, she's very nosy.
She didn't light up.
Yeah, okay. So say, Alexa,
Nosy.
Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio podcast. And if you do that, then you will find our podcasts, our daily podcasts. And I think you can go back in time. You know, I'm a Luddite when it comes to this technical stuff. And boy, when it comes to AI, and we'll talk about that crap. Oh, holy crap. I mean, Hollywood, first of all, they're saying, well, what a bad idea. And now the screenwriters are allowing AI to write scripts.
Yeah.
But I guess they're doing that because they know that it's an eventuality, that eventually there's nothing they can do about it.
So this is a big deal in my industry right now. The writer's strike about to happen.
Oh, big time.
A big part of it.
Big time.
Matt, one more way.
Once again, going back to my Ludditeness,
right?
I would prefer no AI, but damn it, there's nothing I can do about it.
No.
You know, how about the good old days, the 1980s? I had a good time in the 80s, and we ain't going back. Yes, Mart, my brother Mart.
I was going to say another way you can find that podcast is go to Spotify.
Oh, you go to no. Any of those.
Yeah, anywhere you get your.
We are on every single source. So your favorite podcast source, you have to ask or punch in Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
Especially Rumble, where you can watch us live.
Rumble is not a podcast. Rumble is a different animal.
Does he always get things wrong?
But I said live.
No, Mark always gets things wrong.
Well, of course.
Yeah, if it comes out of his mouth, you can bet your bottom dollar it's going to be incorrect.
The ironic part, he's our spot. He's our fact checker
guy.
Yeah, and he's our fact check guy.
Yes, I am.
Thanks, Dave. I know you're going to step on my line, but I got it out before you do.
Always inaccurate, Mark C.G. Boyer. Yeah. Now, let me give you, and you may find this fascinating. This will only take a second. The percentages of listeners to our podcast, and this is the honest to God truth, these are our analytics. 73.22% here in America. So 73.22% of the listeners to Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio podcast are here in America. And that sort of makes sense. You would expect that. This I wouldn't expect, and I have no idea why. Coming in second at 10.87%, Switzerland.
Oh.
Switzerland. Why the lovely people in Switzerland sort of hug us and are enamored with Outlaw Radio, but do I appreciate it.
Coming in at number 2.
Yeah, Switzerland. At 7.83%, United Kingdom. That includes, of course, all of England. And so we have the Brits who are enjoying a little Outlaw Radio. And then Spain underneath that.
Wow.
And the last one worth mentioning, because there are little dribbles, throughout the world, but the last one that scored, 4%, 3%, Hong Kong.
Wow.
How about that?
Wow. I thought Australia might have been in there, because I know we have listeners in Australia.
Well, we do, but that's probably, 1% or somewhere in there. But those were the ones, and so thank you, you Swiss. You lovely Swiss. You make great cheese and
beautiful women.
Well, and P.S. Some of the greatest cigars come out of Switzerland. The Davidoffs started off as Cuban cigars with Mr. Davidoff, his own self, And to this day, they still make one of the finest cigars ever. Pricey as hell, as Mark C.G. Boyer will tell you because he bought one for my birthday.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you
And I now have a second mortgage on my
Oh, yeah, you would have to. Well, he was deciding, okay, do I buy, what do I buy? Do I buy this Davidoff cigar for Matt for his birthday or a dozen eggs? So, it was one or the other.
Hey, Matt.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, why don't you whip out that cigar that I got you? Do you have it over there?
Yeah, it's...
Why don't you whip out?
Yeah, wait. Not enough attention being paid to Tattoo Dave?
I guess not, man. He's a little,
Yeah, you were going to use it as a prop.
he's a little mouthy.
There it is. You see, it's small. It's a tiny cigar. For those of you simply listening to us, and thank you, on great radio stations and or the podcast, it's a tiny cigar. For those of you watching us on YouTube or Rumble, then you will note the girth of that cigar.
And don't send.
And by the way, yes, in answer to your question, because I tell you the truth here on this show, that's about the size of it. So there we go. Okay. I want to get to a couple more of these comedy bits, and they're very quick. And it takes a lot for me to want to share with you a comedian's bit on this show. But if you trust my sense of humor, you'll stick with me. Because there are some brilliant people out there. Not the majority, because when Mark C.G. Boyer and I are driving somewhere and he has that comedy channel, no mention of where that comes from, but oh my God, does it 99% of this crap is not funny. But when it comes to Bill Burr, I think the guy is on the verge of brilliant.
Oh wow, he's there.
I think he's very, very funny,
Yes.
and I don't recall the topic. I only know that this will be short and sweet. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio, Bill Burr.
Sean Connery died. The great Sean Connery. Yeah, and he was getting a proper send-off for about 8 minutes on Twitter, and then the first hairy-legged white chick shows up, right? And she's just got to be like, really? Really? Are we really going to celebrate this man who advocated the hitting of women? It's like, first of all, he didn't advocate hitting women, okay? He just said, every once in a while, you give him a little slap. Yeah, give him a little back of the hand. Remind him who's making the box office. Reset their hard drive. That's all he said, okay?
Yes.
Yes, it's a crazy statement in 2021. 1976, it's not good, but it's not crazy. Right?
Right? And Bill Burr, man, guy's spot on.
He's so quick.
See, you don't, son of a bitch. You don't have to be a conservative comedian, because I believe Bill Burr is he leans left. I don't care. Funny is funny is funny.
Yeah.
And there are funny Evan Say It. I love the guy. He's a friend. I think he's a funny conservative comedian. But you don't have to. I think all bets are off when it comes to comedy. And you go back to the Johnny Carson Tonight Show. My God, you never knew which side of the aisle that man was on, because he did it right. And he was funny, and he would skewer Reagan, and he would skewer. Why was that? Why is that? Oh, the peanut farmer. Why is he not coming to mind?
Jimmy Carter.
Yeah. So
pretty much he was uncensored back then. It's like they didn't censor themselves back then. Really.
They did the right thing. What they were was diplomatic but funny.
Yeah, but even being offensive, it was all appreciated.
Right.
Of course it was. But because they would skewer both parties, and they were, something that I realized over the last few days, I've been watching some of these laugh-ins. At first blush, I was going to say, those old laugh-ins. Well, they're all old laugh-ins.
Yeah.
And you can find them on YouTube. I'm not promoting YouTube. Believe me, they're fascists, even though they carry Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio, but they truly are fascists. Unlike Rumble.com, no editing, and they never give me any crap, and I love Rumble. But I don't believe... Oh, God. I don't...
You know what? Grow up and fix that mic.
I don't believe... Well, listen... Not only did I not attend radio school, but I certainly was never in an engineering school. All right?
Yeah.
Never attended that. Just give them a little smack. Yeah.
A little backhand.
Reset their hard drive. All right. So where was I going with this? Laugh-In. May I share with you, from my perspective, since it is my damn show, a dirty little secret about Laugh-In. Are you in?
In.
Yeah.
Okay. Laugh-In wasn't funny.
Yeah.
Laugh-In was never funny. Wow. It was all about the time. It was all about the rebellious nature of their stuff.
Yeah.
They had some good ideas when Rowan and Martin would walk into the party and open the doors, and then they'd do their little bits and stop and freeze frame, and then the song would continue again. It's a great idea, but the bits were not freaking funny.
You showed me some of these last week.
Not funny. And I said, Martin, do you find this funny? Not in any way, shape, or form. And Tattoo Dave sort of, I believe you're on the same page here, right?
Absolutely.
Well, the only
it's never funny.
One of the redeeming values, though, they had the hottest chick in Hollywood.
Well, yeah, Goldie Hawn.
Yeah.
Well, but they also had Karn. What's her name? Karn.
Judy.
Yeah, Judy Karn, who is married to Burt Reynolds, and she's the one that made a big stink over, speaking of Sean Connery and those of the like, smacking her around.
I'm just motoring your Humvee.
Yeah, and Burt Reynolds thrown under the bus by Judy Karn for smacking her. Now, how much of this is real? Did it really happen? Did she hit him first?
Yeah.
I'm not dismissing this. If it really does happen, man, it's a nasty, why do I even have to say this? But it is. It's a nasty, terrible thing. But my God, I want to be reborn as a person of color with a vagina. That's how I want to come back to Earth. Because I'm telling you, in this day and age, being a white male of a certain age, it does not behoove us, my friends. And I'm not talking out of my ass here. This is the honest to God truth. It's tough. It's a tough putt these days. Am I whining? If I am, I'll stop it right now.
A little bit.
Let me find. I want to get these out of the way because it's funny stuff. This is a dude named Mark Normand. Have you ever heard of him?
Yes.
Okay, you have. He's talking about babies, and this is, speaking about racial equity and racial equality and so on. And he has a quickie here that I got a kick out of. Here we go. This is Mark Normand.
Babies and minorities have all the same negative stereotypes. If you hate minorities, you should hate babies too. I mean, think about it. Babies are allowed in movie theaters. They can't swim. They all look alike. They're lazy. They don't work. They can't drive. They never tip. Yeah, they come to this country not knowing the language.
That's funny, right?
Yeah, because it's true.
Yeah, good. Mark Normand. That's funny.
It's the obvious.
He's a funny guy. And one more Bill Burr that I will share with you. You got it there?
Yep.
Okay, so here we go. This is Bill Burr, and boy, this hit home for me. And how perfect. These are the things I think about, but I don't write down, and I should.
He's truly one of my absolute all-time favorites.
Because you have good taste in comedy, and this guy has a wonderful eye for the truth, and that's what true great comedy is about, the truth.
Yeah.
It's always based in truth. And so listen closely. I'm trying to remember the chick that is, wow, did Matt say chick? Yes, for I am just a caveman. The broad he's speaking of, it was a neighbor of our buddy Ryan Stiles, the tall man of comedy, from Whose Line It Is Anyway, Black Hawk Down, and Two Moon Junction. And he was also in 3.5 Men.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, which I always forget about, or whatever that show is called.
2.5 Men.
Okay, whatever. But Ryan, what? And I don't know if he is now, but I believe he was a neighbor of this huge movie star who I think has fallen on hard times. When is the last Hilary Swank movie you've seen?
After she won her Oscar.
Yeah, it's been quite... I'm not asking you to fact check it, Mark. Just please, put the phone down.
Getting close.
Get away from the phone. Okay, here we go. This is Bill Burr, and I hope it is Hilary Swank on movies. Go.
I don't like those movies when they make black and white people get along, man. Even those ones seem ridiculous, because there always has to be like some sort of lesson in those movies. Just like, I never looked at it that way. How many times are they going to make that movie? You know that movie? The white person goes into the projects. Hell yeah. They just have to make a difference. They just made that movie again with, what was it, Hilary Swank? It's like, did you even need to go see it? Let me guess, she shows up and they don't accept her, right? And she goes home, she cries to her effeminate boyfriend who's wearing sweatpants and he's cooking something for some reason, right? And he convinces her to give it one more chance.
Yes.
Right? Then she goes back down there. She starts drawing out their inner beauty. Next thing you know, they put a do-rag on her. She starts dancing. And it's just embarrassing for all races involved. For the love of God, stop making that movie. I want to see a movie where it doesn't work out. Like the white dude goes down there the first day, just gets kicked out of him, just leaving all negative. You can't help these people, you know? You go down there, you try to do something nice. I couldn't get a damn word in. There's a $300 prescription.
How good is he?
Yeah, he's so good.
Bill Burr, we got to get him over here. I don't know. You can imagine Bill Burr walking in, seeing the MAGA hats. Oh, he would leave instantly. I know he would. I got to remember. Hey, Tattoo Dave, our producer, remind me to get rid of the MAGA hats before Bill Burr shows up.
Absolutely.
When we return, Gwyneth Paltrow tells the courtroom that the hit-and-run ski collision wasn't her fault, but she felt violated. All that and much less. It's a big show today, my friends. Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
Would-be stars, wannabes, and people who just want to hear themselves talk. The demons of decadence, smoking, drinking, and interrupting. Live from an 1876 Virginia City, Nevada-style bar, this is Magic Matt Allen, Outlaw Radio.
I just wonder, when we get Wonderhussy on the phone, live from Death Valley, if she will agree with us that men are better than women. Someone remind me to pose that question. Welcome back to Outlaw Radio, live from Light the Lounge, smoking, drinking, interrupting. Punch in Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio for boy, he's got big fingers, doesn't he? That Tattoo Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so smooth. It's
not me. It's the board. It's been fine.
Lori never did that. She always just brought the song
She
down.
didn't have sausage fingers.
No, he's got sausage fingers.
Tiny fingers.
Yeah.
Tiny bubbles.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the guy is not. See, he's a real male guy. He's a man, that Tattoo Dave. Where was that going? Oh, so I got to ask Wonderhussy in a few minutes if she believes men are better than women. I have a feeling that I know what she's going to say, but you never know with the old Wonderhussy, the YouTube phenom. Gwyneth Paltrow tells court hit-and-run ski collision wasn't her fault. I felt violated. She insisted on the witness stand, and this goes way back to 2016. Man, these court cases, son of a bitch. I mean, 2016, that's, some might say 7 years ago, at an upscale, that's COVID, Utah ski resort wasn't her fault, claiming it began when the man suing her ran into her from behind. Now, we could probably just stop the story right there, couldn't we? Yeah? Uh-huh. Not a
You
bad.
know, he tried to sue her for $3 million, and then that got thrown out and reduced to $300,000.
Yeah.
And now who knows?
Yeah, well, Gwyneth, of course, the actor turned lifestyle influencer. We still have yet to smell one of her My Vagina Smells Great candles.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're too expensive. Lower the price, and I might
Yeah, they
give her
are.
a shot.
I don't even know if they're producing them anymore, so they're secondhand these days. But I think those who were smart enough to buy them, you probably buy those things on eBay. But now she's a lifestyle influencer. She testified that the crash shocked her, and the way the man's skis veered between her two legs made her worry at first that she was being violated. She said, "There was a body pressing against me and a very strange grunting noise," she said. "My brain was trying to make sense of what was happening," she continued. She later clarified that after her split-second panic, she realized that the sudden collision wasn't sexual in nature. So the first thought, and by the way, not being a female, I'm certain that would be a feasible thought from a female, because they're all, and especially an attractive female. But you don't have to be attractive, because guys, come on, we're guys. If you're a heterosexual male, we certainly like to engage in some fun sexual tension between us and a woman.
And they're all bundled up out there, though, too. Like you know, it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
What they look like a lot of times. 'Cause I used to ski a lot, snow skiing, and
don't you think this dude knew it was Gwyneth Paltrow?
See, that's
I think he did.
Yeah.
Fired at her.
And yeah, I think he did it on purpose.
Yeah, look, I'm gonna go bump into her.
Yeah, after sitting in court for 4 days, Paltrow remained calm and collected for more than 2 hours in the witness stand. Members of the Park City jury sat transfixed while she categorically denied fault for the collision. So there's not, I don't know, by the time if you're not watching us live or listening to us live on great radio stations, maybe the decision has already been made. But, do we want the dude to win the $300,000? I think it's ridiculous.
Absolutely not.
Right?
Yeah. Come on.
That's sort of where I am on this. But, maybe he would, in lieu of the prize of $300,000, he would perhaps she'd give up some of them scented candles.
Maybe.
I mean, wouldn't that make it up to him?
Yep.
Yeah, that's probably what he wanted in the first place.
That's exactly what I was thinking, Dave.
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay, may not be time, but I'm going to break right now. Darcel is the world's oldest working drag queen, dying at 92 years old. I'll tell you about her, him, her. From my home state of Portland, Oregon. And I pronounce it like a tourist because most people not from Portland will call it Oregon. It's Oregon, my friends. And Bill Maher says we've been given dates for climate disaster that were wrong, but that hurts credibility. But he also added, the disaster is coming. Do you think he's doing that to keep his alliance with his base?
Oh, of course.
Don't you think he knows it's a crock? All right, lot to get to when we return. Second hour of the Big Dog of broadcasting Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
On the street, I was talking to a man. He said there's so much, but there's nothing, man, that I don't understand. You shouldn't worry, I said that ain't no crime. 'Cause if you get it wrong, you'll get it right next time.
Hi, this is Meatloaf. Okay, kids, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's Outlaw Radio time!
The most imitated radio station in the nation.
I'm through with standing in line for some fun to begin, but I found a good thing leaving me with a grin. It's time for Outlaw Radio to begin.
You have the great Billy Gibbons here? Yeah.
It's very cool.
Yes, he just passed out.
Yeah.
Hey, that didn't sound too bad.
Had to lighten them up loud. Oh, man. We're here with Matt. Oh, yeah. Had to lighten up. Oh, little Outlaw Radio. We're here with Matt.
And he's not fat.
We got all these guys and girls in the house. Let me tell you, that's where it's at. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Allen. Pass me a gallon.
Lovely Death Valley days, my friends. A woman who is youthful, but I think not unlike yours truly, little old Magic Matt here on Outlaw Radio, was born 100 years old. So loving the past, I think more than the future. But of course, I can't speak for YouTube phenom Wonderhussy. We'll let her speak for herself, live from Death Valley. How are you after, boy, you've been gone a week, but it seems like years now.
Hello, boys.
Okay, all right. She's doing her best impression of someone in a bordello. Hello, boys. Are you? Now she sounds okay, but are you perturbed? Are you pissed at us for any reason?
Now, why would I be? Did you give me any reason to be?
I don't know. She sounds a little loud there. Maybe that's pissing her off because she's too loud on the show. No, absolutely not. Only the highest acclaim have we given you over the last hour a couple times because
the highest acclaim and the finest accommodations. It was a great weekend.
Yeah. We gave old Wonderhussy a place to sleep, and
for the most part, we got really.
What?
For the most part,
yeah.
Good reviews.
Oh, no. Great reviews.
Come on. I'd say 98%.
No, great. Well, there's always going to be some haters out there, right, Wonderhussy?
Haters gonna hate.
Yeah. But Mart, and I don't know why he did this because I didn't.
Marty.
But my brother Mart inspected your bed later that day after you and I we yacked for about 3 hours.
Inspected? What do you mean? Like you was sniffing it?
How did you know? That's what I'm saying. And how would you describe it, Mart?
I'd say lovely.
What? Lovely?
Lovely.
Oh, I thought you'd say tumbleweed. See,
well,
that's sort of what I'd expected because that would be funny.
Oh, that's a bit.
But that wouldn't be something that my brother would say because that's funny. No.
Well, we tried to tell her how full of S he was.
Yeah,
I know, Dave, hide your jealousy.
Well, no jealousy here. But
but hold on. Wonderhussy, I want you to know that my brother Mart was truly minding his P's and Q's around you. I mean, I don't know. Maybe...
That's the way I am. You guys don't know me, man.
Well,
if you're going to start this, I'm going to walk out.
Maybe...
Because you're wrong. That's how I am around women.
By the way, Wonderhussy, my brother is only 12.
Well,
can you tell?
Around you guys, I don't know. Around women, I respect women. And I respect people.
All right. Well,
and she could tell it was not an act.
Okay.
Hi, Marty. It's nice to talk to you again.
Yeah.
You too.
See, I respect good people, and Wonderhussy is one of those. Now, I want to get to the point here. A little epilogue here on Wonderhussy's appearance here in the Lighten Up Lounge in 1876 Virginia City, Nevada style bar less than a week ago. Here in Southern California in the hills of the San Fernando Valley, spitting distance where all the woke tards live in Hollywood. Now, by the way, She's not endorsing what I just said. I want you to know, Wonder Hussy is not necessarily on the same page. I think she's a pragmatist. You know, she loves everyone. That's the best way I can describe Wonder Hussy. And especially when she's out there in Arizona checking out the cabins and she notices all the Trump stickers. She doesn't slam Trump. She just simply makes note of it. Another reason why we love Wonder Hussy, because, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, but damn, you are one smart gal. You are not only smart but intelligent. You're both those things.
Well, I wasn't smart enough to stay away from outlaw radio.
Okay. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah. I knew we were going to take a beating. Now, when you walked in to this 1876 Virginia City, Nevada style bar the first time, and I should have thought about this, and I realized the reason why there was no way in hell Wonder Hussy was whipping out her damn phone, a.k.a. camcorder, but she uses a phone and setting up the microphone. It came to a realization the next day. I had a bunch of MAGA hats up here, and those were gifted me over the years. It's not because we're in lockstep with Trump. I want you to know it's simply gifts that folks, guests on the show would bring, and I would just slap it up on the wall. And Wonder Hussy, if I were a thinking man, I would have taken those down before you showed up. But I just think because...
That's okay. I'm not offended by it. Look, I got all kinds of weird stuff hanging on the walls in my place. I mean, if you saw my place, it makes your place look like a friggin' convent.
Well,
man, she's got mannequins. For God's sakes.
Okay, but it's not about you being offended. That's not what I thought. I thought that she's thinking there's no way I can shoot any of this with the MAGA paraphernalia up there. I can't do that because it's almost as though you're condoning, and you're not. I know that you're on the fence, one way or the other. You love America, and whoever brings the best for America. Am I not correct there, Wonder Hussy?
You're 100% right.
Okay, another thing I want to clear up with Wonder Hussy. And by the way, am I the only one that misses her? I miss her.
She was great. It was a great day.
You guys, I miss you too. Maybe I'll move in full time. How about that?
Come on back.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Technical difficulties.
Well, I stated this earlier, that I never went to radio school, nor did I visit any technical college engineering school.
No, I had the greatest conversation after the show. Her and I and Billy Dilly were out there.
Yeah.
And hanging out, sipping a little JD, Jack Daniels. And
see how nice she is, though? She didn't correct you and say, well, it's she and I.
And anyway, so...
well, she does correct.
Well, I didn't correct him and say that we weren't really having a conversation. I was listening to him talk.
That's what... Hey, Wonder Hussy, that's what I heard. That's what Mart said.
Okay.
My brother Mart said,
I'm just kidding. It was very interesting.
But you did...
Marty, I'd listen to you any day.
Thank you. And you know what? You told me a little bit about yourself, and I respect that, and I really...
okay.
I enjoy that, too. It's very interesting.
Okay. All right.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for lending me your ear.
Now, I want to know, because I would never share anything with the listening and or viewing audience on great radio stations. By the way, you're on tonight. That show from last week, you're on tonight in Wausau. What's up, Wausau? And Green Bay. So, yeah, so I want you to know that you will be on. Oh, my God. A radio professional such as I should have a microphone that works.
Yeah.
It's a $2,000 mic. And a lot of good that has done for me. Here I am trying to have a conversation with the one and only YouTube phenom, Wonder Hussy. Where was I going? Anyone catch me up here? So no one was listening to me. That's great. Boy, that's great. What great producing skills.
You were talking about how much you missed me.
Yes. But there's much more to it than that. Oh, I know what it is. I would never share our private conversations. But I want to give you a hint and a clue to something I would like to bring up, and you tell me no. And I have no problem with that. We were talking about a former friend of mine who is a stunt driver, the Kodak girl, very beautiful woman, and wrote a book called The Company She Keeps, but no names. And she takes great pride in in attending the greatest highfalutin functions at upscale restaurants in Beverly Hills, and she takes great pride in allowing men to buy her drinks. And Wonder Hussy, these days, at least at this time in her life, you're not that person. You don't, because of expectations, correct, Wonder Hussy?
Well, if I'm on like a first date with somebody, then yeah, I prefer to buy my own drink. So there are no expectations. I don't feel like I owe the guy anything.
Okay, now this is where I'm going. You mentioned something to me that I found shed some light on Sarah, Wonder Hussy, Sarah Jane, and you said that years ago, and I'm going to stop before saying it because you may not want this out there, but you and I have no. So yeah, she's sort of snickering like she knows where I'm going, but I really, honest to God, no pressure because I love you so much. I think you are a talent, and it is my job to make you a superstar. So I am in your camp, and I'm working on it. All right, here's the deal. She mentioned that back in the day, say, who knows, 20 years ago, when a fella would buy her dinner and or drinks, you would feel what? Or do you remember this conversation?
I would feel obligated to put out, and I'll be honest, I definitely put out a time or two, or maybe even three, just because I felt like it would be easier than arguing with the guy. I'm not proud of it.
Hey. See,
you might...
Yeah. No, go ahead. I guess you might what? We lost her. Oh no. Did she hang up on us?
No, I doubt it.
Oh, no. I mean, I doubt it. But don't you find that interesting that a female would admit to that I don't think she hides anything.
No.
I mean, the fact that she lays claim to, if a man is going to take her to dinner, and I love the way she just put that. If they buy her dinner, it's easier than arguing with them.
No, I don't know.
Just put out.
Yeah.
No,
she's an honest.
Yeah, but now think about the females listening and or watching us on Rumble.com and YouTube,
back.
and thinking about her. Because females can be really nasty toward other females. Guys, not so much. You know, we appreciate females, but females are the nastiest. Catty when it comes to other females. And imagine what certain females might be thinking right now. Well, what a whore. No, I'll tell you, you've done the same thing. You've done the same thing. They just won't with those aspersions. No, they won't admit it.
Yeah, they know it.
What I appreciate about Wonder Hussy is her honesty.
Yeah.
It is so few and far between in this day and age. Your honesty.
Okay, so you didn't just hang up on me?
No. I thought you. Hey, Wonder Hussy, I thought you hung up on us.
You hung up on me because you thought I was a woman of loose morals, and I wasn't welcome on your fine radio show.
No, the only females we allow here are those of loose morals. Are you kidding me?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, right on. I knew I found my home. Yay.
Hey, Matt, I got.
Okay.
Matt, I got to see the. I was leaving at the same time Sarah was leaving, and we're outside. And I go, oh, so there it is. There's a home away from home. I got to see her little truck that she.
Oh, you did?
Around.
Oh, yeah.
And she goes, and that's your work truck. I said, yep. Bye.
Hey, Sarah. Speaking of you leaving, I owe you an apology.
Oh, this is Tattoo Dave.
Yeah, I promised you some gas, and when I left, I think you were already sleeping, and I didn't know which vehicle was yours, and so I owe you. Well, next time, hopefully you'll come back and it's here for you.
It's okay, Dave. Listen, I was able to go stand at a truck stop in my shortest Daisy Dukes, and I managed to scrape together a few quarters to fill my tank and get myself back out here in Death Valley. No problem.
No, notice she never said, "Oh yeah, I'll be back." Oh no,
she'll be back. She loves it.
No, she never uttered those words.
I'll be back. I'd love to come back. Listen, I didn't even really get drunk, you know?
Why not?
No.
I feel like we didn't really get the right. We didn't have a chance to really get into a conversation, you know?
Yeah, it's a precursor. You'll be back.
Yeah. Well, Yeah, I mean, we may have to pay her way this way, but the fact is, Tattoo Dave has already gone on record as saying he'll fill your tank. So, and I think he's talking gas. I'm not 12 years old. Oh, jeez. Yeah. No. I know it. Wonder Hussy, because you're so smart. I know what you're thinking.
I might buy her dinner.
Matt, did you have to? Okay.
Shut up, Dave.
Shut up. And by the way, hey, Tattoo Dave, simply because you have Wonder Hussy's phone number, I don't want to hear from Wonder Hussy that you've been pestering her. All right?
Oh, come on.
No, I do not want you calling her. You know, my producer from years ago screwed up my relationship with Billy Gibbons of ZZ Top because he'd call Billy from parties and say, yeah, it's Billy Gibbons, and then put him on the phone with friends of his.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and so that reflects back. That's me. It's Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. So Billy then said, we're over it now, and Billy will be coming to the show this year. See, that would be the show you should attend with Billy Gibbons of ZZ Top. Wouldn't that be fun, Wonder Hussy?
I'd love to.
Okay.
Oh, we did talk about, her and I did talk about old school rock and roll and how good it was. And she and I.
No, Mart, this isn't coming. Mart, this isn't coming from me. I want you to know that Wonder Hussy knows from where she comes when it comes to proper English.
Okay, are we over
because
this?
she's mentioned this on her shows, and I love it when she really barrels down on these topics and says, "Well, you know, there's a problem with the United States educational system," and so that's the Mart. So it's not a slam against you. It's something that she, of course, is sort of focuses on like a laser beam. Go ahead.
And she did do at one point in the night, we had a few shots of Jack and partook in a little Mary Jane. And so she saw your little weights, your dumbbell weights, your workout weights.
Yeah.
So she picked them up, and I said, Can I videotape you? She said, yeah. And so she did the Jack Daniels workout video. And she posted on Instagram. It's pretty funny.
By the way, cute little bit. Mark came in and he showed me this thing on Instagram, and you can find it by punching in Wonder Hussy. And it's funny, but I wondered what happened to the audio.
The audio was the best part.
So I sent.
She looks great.
So I sent an email or whatever the hell it was to Wonder Hussy asking her, and no reply. So I'm thinking, Wonder Hussy, there's a method to her madness. She didn't want the audio in there. Is that true? You're on.
The audio is the best part. I must have just not seen your email. But it's a great workout. I mean, that was the most fun I've ever had working out. I totally recommend drinking Jack Daniels when at the gym.
Okay. Notice how she glossed over that. So then what happened? Because you are a stickler when it comes to detail on everything you do on YouTube. You edit masterfully. So how did you miss the audio? Are you saying you did want the audio, but you forgot it was there? What happened?
Oh, wait. Are you saying on my Instagram video?
No audio.
No audio?
No audio.
No audio, because my copy that I'll resend it.
Oh, gosh. No, I'm so embarrassed I didn't notice. I guess I drank too much Jack Daniels.
Okay. Now, here's the other thing.
I can resend it to you.
Mark C.G. Boyer was kind enough to gift Wonder Hussy this ginormous 1.75 bottle of Jack. Now, on Sunday, when she was leaving after she and I yacked for 3 hours, I said, well, take the Jack. And she said, no, save it, keep it here. I said, take the Jack. She said, no. And I'm thinking, is she simply being diplomatic? I mean, she's not getting rich on YouTube. Why would not a huge bottle of Jack come in handy? So I made her take it. So, that's who she is. And she felt as though, you felt as though you owed me nothing for that, right?
Yeah.
Well, then I.
Like I gave you a thing.
Well, Wonder Hussy, then I did it wrong. But here's
that's how she got home.
Matt.
Yeah.
Hey, Matt, you wanted to be reminded of a D-pick.
Oh yeah, I did. Okay. This was bugging me for a day or two because I didn't notice until a day or a day and a half later, and I showed everyone this pic in the bar. Somehow there is a fleshy picture that was accidentally shot, and honest to God, on my daughter, who I love more than life itself, sent to Wonderhussy, and when I took a look at it, I'm thinking, does Wonderhussy think that I'm some creepy bastard who just sent her a D pic? It rhymes with Rick. What? No. Hold on. Oh, God damn it. Son of a bitch. Oh, man, this could be. I may have to take the shotgun today. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, remember when I used to be Magic Matt? Those were the days.
Yeah, well, you can buy another microphone.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay, I'm done. Here's the deal. Did you, for a second, though, think, I don't even know this guy, what a creepy bastard, because I noticed it looked fleshy. I think it must have been my arm, and I'm telling you this, I hope you know I'm telling you the truth, and I'm thinking to myself, does Wonderhussy think I sent her a D pic? Did it cross your mind?
Well, I just thought you were one of those bumblingly incompetent older folks who don't really know their way around a cell phone that well. That's all I thought.
Okay, listen to me, bitch. I'm only 14 years older than you. You son of a gun.
Ding, 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 ding.
14 years. I guess 14 years is a lot older. I remember when I would know someone who was 14 years older, I would think, yeah, what an old bastard. See what I become? I become the old bastard. Oh, man, this could be my last day on not only this show, but on this planet Earth. And by the way, I'm the type of guy who would do it because I never talk about offing myself, right? I really don't.
Wow.
And so
Why would you?
Would I? Pig-like?
Why would you?
Pig-like. Okay, but I should have made you brunch before you left, and that stayed with me for a day. It really pissed me off.
You could have at least sent me on my way with a Bloody Mary or something.
Well,
okay. I made myself a cup of coffee and showed myself the door. No problem.
Yeah, but when it comes to the Bloody Mary, I mentioned that to her after the show in the green room last Saturday. And I said, let me make you a Bloody Mary. Well, I got to get on the road and so on. So I know I could have made her a Virgin Mary, for God's sakes. And I didn't even think about it. I was so engaged in this conversation because Mart, my brother Mart, you are correct. She is a good listener.
Oh boy. But she was my counselor that night.
But while she's listening, she wants to talk. She's thinking, I'd rather be talking right now because you are a factoid friggin' nut. You will memorize things. Oh, and by the way, okay. Okay, I always throw myself out of the bus. I didn't think this phoner would last so long, but I always end up doing this, and I started it, so I'm going to finish it. That river YouTube, not the river dance, which by the way I love. The sexiest broads on the planet out there with their arms down. I love the river dancers. Yeah. But this was a YouTube about the what river? It was Arizona.
Colorado.
Yeah, Colorado River. Okay, and she's doing. And so where does the Colorado River end? I believe. And I got to tell you, you must have shot that months ago and put it in the can and thought, I'm only going to use this if I really need to. Am I wrong?
No, I just shot it at the beginning of March.
Okay. Well, there's good news and bad news. The good news is I appreciate the fact that you have a mind like a steel trap. You remember facts beyond belief. I don't know how you do it, but you were made for movies and television. You can memorize a script, I believe. But the other part is I didn't give an S about where that friggin' river started. I guess it's or ends. I didn't give an S. And you, being a smart gal, I bet you thought the same. You be honest with me. You're always honest. I bet you thought the same thing. That I bet you questioned yourself. Is this interesting?
No, I actually thought that was super interesting. Whoopsie.
Whoopsie. All right. Yeah. So here we are. We have to leave on a bad note. And I hate that because do you know?
I'll never come back again. I'll quit right now. I'll never upload another video. I understand. Bye.
And she said it like a valley girl. Bye. Wonderhussy. Wonderhussy. We are huge fans of yours.
Huge.
Love you. Continue the 99.9% brilliant work that you do.
Thank you. Appreciate it, guys. See you soon.
No, I think I pissed her off. I think I did it. I think I did it.
Well, you go out of your way to do that.
I didn't mean to do it. I love Wonder Hussy, and I love you, you gorgeous listener to Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
stand for fun. We stand for great cigars. We stand for the perfect martini. And we stand for the American flag. We are Outlaw Radio with Magic Matt Allen.
Okay, a choice for you.
It was a
in the Lighten Up Lounge at 1876 Virginia City, Nevada style bar.
Such a night.
Talking to Mark C.G. Boyer, my brother Mart, Tattoo Dave, our producer. Either we talk about Darcel, the world's oldest working drag queen who died at 92, or something that was sent me by our buddy, our acting friend, who is a thespian and in movies and in one of the funniest Southwest Airlines commercials of all time, Tom Omer, about the 11 reasons why you should stay in California. So which one will it be?
I was thinking about Tom today, so I'm going to go with Tom.
Okay, and the reason I ask is I have to see that. See the way
the board. It's
all right, shit. No, it's smooth.
Oh yeah. No, sausage fingers.
I want him.
Tattoo Dave.
I want him to be. My
Remember when we had that beautiful female who was producing us? She did not have sausage fingers.
Thin little fingers.
So we had finesse, right? And the song would never just dump out.
Did you hear it gradually getting softer, and then all of a sudden it just cut? It's not me, it's the board.
Hey, don't blame it on the board.
Right. There would always be. Then how is it that Lori Downey Jr. was able to just bring it down in such a smooth, beautiful, delicate way? Maybe because males and females are different.
Yeah, maybe.
Could that be it?
Males are supposed
Hey,
to
Dave,
be better.
Dave, can I hire you the next time I have a studio session to record music? I want you to be my engineer. It'd be great.
Okay, I gotta find this. Hold on.
I got something for you, Marty.
Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Yeah. I didn't have time to print this out. Where the hell is he? Tom Omer. By the way, Tom invited all of us to a movie premiere that he is in, and like some sort of dinner afterwards and a get together. So that just came in yesterday. But he sent this to me before the show today, and I read the first reason why we should not leave California, and it made me chuckle, and that's the way I gave. And by the way, while I'm trying to look for this, Darcel, world's oldest working drag queen, died at 92. All right. What else do you need to know? Well,
Give it up for him.
She lived in Portland, Oregon. Give it up for
Give it up for yourself. Yeah.
Okay, according to reports, I can barely read this. Hundreds of thousands of people have fled California in recent years, citing minor annoyances like aggressive homeless people, increased violent crime, and crippling taxes. Now, we live here in Southern California, and none of these are lies. This is all true. Some experts believe that by 2030, the only person left in California will be Gavin Newsom. and he'll spend half of his time on his ranch in Montana. Not all these concerns, citizens, may be overblown. There's still a lot to love about the Golden State. Here are 11 great reasons to stick around. Number 1, Zillow. We're all familiar with Zillow, right? Estimate your cardboard box house will be worth $3 million in just a few years.
Hey, man, beachfront.
Number 2.
Anywhere you want.
If you identify as black, you have a decent chance of scoring millions in reparations from whatever. I got to tell you something, man. As you friggin' get older, the eyesight, and I don't have prescription glasses. These glasses that I wear, which are sunglasses, allow me to see. That's why I keep them on. Although, I've had some inboxes saying, Matt, let us see your eyes. And you're right about that. Because, not one to boast, I do have beautiful eyes.
You have dreamy eyes.
I do have dreamy eyes. Yeah, it's like an episode of the Brady Bunch with.
I just tasted a hot dog from a week ago.
You threw up in your mouth.
I figures that would still be inside you. Mark.
Yeah. No. That's really weird. He usually excavates everything within half an hour. Right? Another reason we should stay in California, my friends, there are beautiful natural sights like the warm glow of forest fires lighting up the skies.
I thought he was going to say like the La Brea tar pits.
Yeah. Number 4, everyone will be gone soon, and then there will be No lines at Disneyland. So see, that's nice.
Now that I'm in.
Yeah. Number 5, everything at CVS is what? I can't read this.
Gone?
No, is free. Everything at CVS is free. Because you know that law here in California.
You can steal stuff.
If it's under $2,000,
$900.
It's $900. If it's under $900, you can walk into a store here in the formerly great state of California and walk out, and there's nothing they can do to you.
No, they can try to stop. The security can try to stop.
But you can say screw you, and they can't lay a hand on you.
Yep.
Number 6, when you... Oh, God, I wish my eyesight was better. When you pay your massive state tax bill, you get a sense of satisfaction that you're supporting some hobo's addiction. Okay. Number 7, law-abiding citizens don't have guns, so there is never any crime. Well, see, how nice is that? That's something to look forward to. That's number 7 of the reasons why we should stay here in California. Number 8, there's great weather outside of fire season, drought season, and deadly mudslide season. So there's that to look forward to.
Earthquakes.
Number 9, you can ski and surf on the same day, even though you haven't done either in years. How true is that?
Well, yeah, Matt. We live 20 minutes from Malibu Beach or Ventura County.
When I moved here to work at Kiss FM here in Los Angeles the very first time, the first thing I did, because they didn't put me on the air right away. By the way, I had one of the greatest deals in radio.
Yeah, you did.
Remember the days when I used to be who?
Magic Matt.
I used to be Magic Matt.
Matt was buying us dinners. And
okay, but here to my
jeez.
Just quit.
I'm sure. No. It's close. It's close.
Yeah.
Just stopping off.
Yep.
Like something my brother Mart would do.
Yes,
He
sir.
would just stop
Try
off.
it once. It
This
feels
is my last show.
Yeah,
That's it. This is my last show.
It feels good.
The first week, they put me up. They took care of me, and I to acclimate me to Southern California.
Sure.
Obviously, not knowing that I loved L.A. and I've been coming here for years, and it was always a dream to do radio in this town. That was back in the days when this town was awesome, and it was awesome.
It was.
Right?
Yeah,
Right,
it was
Dave?
great. Oh, yeah.
You grew up here, and
yeah.
you know it was freaking awesome.
I feel for the kids these days that will never grow up the way we did.
Man.
Reagan was, and by the way, I wasn't here when Reagan was the governor, but man, son of a bitch, was he good.
Awesome.
Can you imagine California being run by a Republican? I mean, in this day and age, no, you can't. But the first thing I did was I went to the beach, and I went body surfing.
Yeah, man.
And I think that was the first and last time I ever did that.
It's like having a boat. I own
Yeah,
boats on my
yeah, it's true. And you
buy
never-
a boat, you use it like twice, and it sits in your driveway.
That's what they say. The best day that you have a boat is when you buy it and when you sell it.
Yeah,
That's
it's
two
true.
days.
It's true. Okay, hey, wait. Number 10. When it comes to the reasons why we should stay in California, you can go camping right on the sidewalk. So, see, that's nice. That's sweet.
It is. Yeah.
That's pretty nice.
Good stuff.
And number 11, ladies and gentlemen, best of all, the government will make all of your decisions for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, this is maybe the best reason to stick around California because you won't be burdened with pesky concepts like liberty and personal responsibility. And good old Gavin Newsom, he'll take care of all of us.
Yeah.
Hey, Tom Omer, thank you.
Just quit.
No, I'm trying to. Yeah.
You need that spray in there.
I need something. I need. Oh, God. Here, can you tell what I'm saying? Oh, God. We are. By the way, I was going to say we are a national radio show. However, this is not necessarily what a national radio show sounds like. I want you to know that.
Constant problems with the mics?
Oh, man. I have.
And you know what's worse?
I have
It's
so
the
many
host.
problems.
It's the freaking host mic.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the other mics are okay right now.
No, they work fine.
Yeah, it's the
No,
host.
but mine. Let me just put a fine point on Darcel, world's oldest working drag queen, dying at 92. Walter Cole, better known as the iconic, I guess they're in Portland, Oregon. as you tourists would call it.
Like Spokane.
Like Spokane. It's Spokane, my friends. And P.S., Nevada is not Nevada. It's Nevada.
Thank you.
It's Nevada.
It hurts.
Walter Cole, better known as the iconic drag queen who performed for decades as Darcel, the fearless advocate for Portland's LGBT. I just threw up a little bit in my mouth.
Did you taste Mark's hot dog?
No, I did. I threw up Mark C.G. Boyer's hot dog in my mouth.
Yeah.
That's too close for comfort.
Well, he's died of natural causes in Portland, Oregon. He was 92 years old. He was crowned the world's oldest working drag performer in 2016 by the Guinness Book of World Records and was regaling audiences until the very end. As a performer, he was known for hosting the longest-running drag show on the U.S. West Coast. Hey, by the way, the guy stuck with it. I appreciate him.
Hey, man.
I do. I appreciate him. I mean, the longest-running drag show, at least he accomplished something.
I was going to say, man.
I dig it, man.
Give it up for yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Offstage, Cole, an Army veteran, championed LGBTQ rights and charitable work in Portland, Oregon. So I would say we'd miss you, but I didn't know you until this story hit.
Yeah, the only one I can think of when it comes is RuPaul, and she's still going, or he's still going.
He's a legitimate male that dresses in female
Well,
clothes.
that being drag.
And by the way, have I mentioned I'm so pretty? Oh, so pretty.
Yeah, but RuPaul's turned out to be kind of a lately.
It's weird now. He's got a game show and he's bald and he doesn't have a wig on. It's kind of weird.
He's always wanted his real self to be out there, but he needed the hook of being a drag queen in order to garner the spotlight and become a showbiz icon.
Right. So he did what worked for him, and
but Dave, isn't it interesting?
It is
how this is all about LGBTQ and our real selves. Well, if that is true, then you're not going to take off the wig and you're going to keep the damn dress on.
Well, you know what? If you think about it, in the news and anywhere, all this that's going on, you never really hear from him.
No, you don't.
He doesn't play a part in it.
Yeah, not
that we know of, anyway.
Well, snippets here and there. He's obviously a big LGBTQ. And by the way, what does the Q stand for? Is that queer?
Queer. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So what is the L? That's lesbian. So what's the G?
Gay. So gay and queer.
Isn't that the same friggin' thing?
Yeah, and who was it that told us that the queer is not acceptable anymore? Somebody on our show.
Yeah, but it's still LGBTQ.
Yeah.
So you got two versions of gay. So it's gay and queer. LGBT. Okay, T is transsexual. Right?
Yeah.
LGBTQ, queer. But there are a bunch of other letters now.
Now there's non-binary, blah blah blah.
God, these are sick F's, and I only say they're sick not because of your sexual proclivity or the way you like to dress, just the fact that you make such a big point out of this. Not even 2% of the world, or at least America, and the big corporations listen to you.
Look at me.
They kowtow to you instead of ignoring you. Say, okay, be a nice little feminine man, who all talks the same, even though they're talking about, we want to be our true selves, even though we talk like this, and we all talk the same way, but this is our true self. No, it's not. No, it's not your... Yes. It's not your true self at all. You're putting on airs. You're putting on an affectation with your voice. That's not who you are.
Right.
And so, I mean, Dave,
You're a
Tattoo Dave, yes, am I wrong about this?
Absolutely not.
Because they constantly preach about wanting acceptance, being their true selves. Well, the true self is not talking like this.
Stop it.
No, females talk like that because it is organic. They have female voices. And once again, for the second time during the show, may I just pounce on this? You lovely females. I think I can speak for it. That's COVID. That's
3 times today.
6th time I've had it this week. I must tell you that we covet you, and if you think I'm wrong, those in this 1876 Virginia City, Nevada style bar, including Mark and my brother Mart,
Mark,
and Tattoo Dave, do we not covet you gorgeous females?
Oh, Mark does.
And even those who you may, and the most gorgeous female will look in the mirror, and still the insecurity is major.
Yeah.
The prettier they are, the more insecure they are for some reason. Don't be insecure. Be that biological female, because we love you.
Your time is up. You took a sip from the devil's cup. You broke my heart. There's no way back. Move right out of here, baby. Go pack your bags. Just who do you think you are? Stop acting like some kind of star. Just who do you think you are? Take it like a man, baby, if that's what you are. 'Cause I'm moving on up. You're moving on out. Moving on up. Nothing can stop me. Moving on up. You're moving on out. Time to break free. Nothing can stop me. They brag a man has walked in space, but you can't even find my place. There ain't nothing you can do, 'cause I've had enough of me, baby, being part of you. Just who do you think you are? This time you've gone too far. Just who do you think you are? Take it like a man, baby, if that's what you are. 'Cause I'm moving on up. You're moving on out. Moving on up. Nothing can stop me. Moving on up. You're moving on out. Time to break free. Nothing can stop me. Moving on up, moving on up, moving on up. Moving on up, moving on up, moving on up. Moving on up, moving on up, moving on up. Moving on up, moving on up. Moving on up. You're moving on out. Moving on up. Nothing can stop me. Moving on up. You're moving on out. Time to break free. Nothing can stop me. Moving, moving, moving. Nothing can stop me. Moving, moving. Time to break free. Nothing can stop me. You've done me wrong. Your time is up. You took a sip from the devil's cup. You broke my heart. There's no way back. Move right out of here, baby. Go pack your bags. Just who do you think you are? Stop acting like some kind of star. Just who do you think you are? Take it like a man, baby, if that's what you are. 'Cause I'm moving on up. You're moving on out. Moving on up. Nothing can stop me. Moving on up. You're moving on out. Time to break free. Nothing can stop me. They brag a man has walked in space, but you can't even find my place. There ain't nothing you can do, 'cause I've had enough of me, baby, being part of you. Just who do you think you are? This time you've gone too far. Just who do you think you are? Take it like a man, baby, if that's what you are, 'cause I'm moving on up, you're moving on out. I wanted to dance with nobody not you.
This is Outlaw Radio. All right. Hopefully not the final hour, but the last hour of this week's Outlaw Radio show. Next hour will be a big one. Bill Maher says we've been given dates for climate disaster that were wrong, and that hurts credibility. But the reason I bring this up, and I will discuss this, is he says disaster is coming. I'm not buying it. I think he's too smart. I think.
Yeah, YouTube's been here.
Yeah, YouTube is. So you think there's going? Oh God.
Yes.
Am I back?
Yeah.
Not really.
Not really.
Oh God.
And ladies and gentlemen, we're done for today.
Yeah. No. Instead of signing off, let me tell you that I found a song that knocked Taylor Swift off the #1 spot on iTunes. Taylor Swift, Miley Cyrus, and country music star Morgan Wallen, who we like a lot.
Man, that guy is.
But this song nailed all of those. Oh, by the way, next hour I'll finally get to that Chris Rock thing I've been wanting to get to, and we'll discover that next hour too. But first of all, John Rich. If you've been with us for a number of years here on Outlaw Radio, on YouTube and on Rumble.com, it's Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio, and you have to be specific. You have to put it in that way because YouTube hides us. They don't want you to find us. So it must be specific to that. But you know that I'm a huge fan of John Rich. I was a big fan of their band. Whatever happened to his buddy, man? It was Big and Rich for years. John is sort of doing his own thing. Maybe they're not on the same page politically. I bet that could be it.
They have some kind of falling out.
Well, but it's usually politics. I mean, that's usually the way it is.
I'll tell you, there's been a few that have split up because of that.
No.
Yeah. And
Georgia, Florida line.
Yeah. Oh, really? The country guys, Dave? Yeah.
Went their opposite ways.
Yeah, I can't think of any other reason because I love Big and Rich, but John Rich, man, am I a huge fan. He does this anti-establishment single, End of the World. He beat Taylor Swift and Miley Cyrus to #1 on iTunes. And our buddy Bill Champlin, who, he was in the band Chicago for years, Brothers of Champlin, one of the most brilliant blue-eyed soul performers in the history of rock and roll.
He wrote a couple of hit songs.
Oh, he's a legend. Yeah, he wrote
a few.
He wrote After the Love Is Gone. He wrote Turn Your Love Around for George Benson. No, the man is an icon. Well, his son is equally talented, Will Champlin, who on occasion sends me his new stuff, and it's sort of rappy stuff, but then he sings in it. I mean, he does sing. Well, he's better than this song I'm about to play you from Tom McDonald. He's the rapper in this thing. Will Champlin is so much better. And nothing against you, Tom. I think you do a great job in this. I really do. I think you do a great job in this song. But Will Champlin needs the discovery. Damn it, he was on, what, American Idol or whatever?
No, The Voice.
Yeah, I mean, and he almost won the damn thing.
Yeah, he came in second, I think.
But this Tom McDonald, man, you don't really come across many country rap collaborations, do you? I mean, you really don't.
No.
But Will has been doing this. He's been on the positive tip of this. Such is the case with this new single. It's called Into the World, a collaboration between indie rapper Tom McDonald and country music star John Rich, and it should have been Will Champlin. Nothing. I know Tom is going to hate my guts if this gets back to. I don't hate you, Tom. I think you do a great job on this song. This is the song that beat Taylor Swift and Miley Cyrus, and we will bump out with this. Listen to these lyrics on End of the World via Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
I know the end is near, the television telling lies. I know for sure the revolution won't be televised. I know that we've been waiting patiently for better times. We fell asleep and men are blind, can't recognize it's genocide. Feel like the bomb about to drop out of the clouds. Another virus going airborne, go hide inside your house. Farmers watching crops die, they drying up with droughts. Angry people forming crowds and trying to burn the cities down. This is Armageddon, martial law for our protection. I talk to God, but it's long distance and I lost reception. Forest fires and oil spills are the awful lessons. I'm just waiting for the devil to take over heaven. This is biblical, I swear it's in the Bible. We keep killing one another and we dying for survival. We used to fight for peace, we put our flowers in their rifles. Now we're about to be extinct, every man, woman, and child.
It's the end of the world, I will do better next time. Oh yeah, I know it.
Taxi!
I know the end is near, the television telling lies. I know for sure the revolution won't be televised. I know that we've been waiting patiently for better times. We fell asleep and men are blind, can't recognize it's genocide. Feel like the bomb about to drop out of the clouds. Another virus going airborne, go hide inside your house. Farmers watching crops die, they drying up with droughts. Angry people forming crowds and trying to burn the cities down. This is Armageddon, martial law for our protection. I talk to God, but it's long distance and I lost reception. Forest fires and oil spills are the awful lessons. I'm just waiting for the devil to take over heaven. This is biblical, I swear it's in the Bible. We keep killing one another and we dying for survival. We used to fight for peace, we put our flowers in their rifles. Now we're about to be extinct, every man, woman, and child.
It's the end of the world, I will do better next time. Oh yeah, I know it. Yeah, I know it. If it's the end of the world, I know that I have lived my life to the fullest. Yeah, the fullest. We stood on top of mountains, we'd been to space before. We had our dogs and houses, we dug up dinosaurs. We built those bombs to drop and we fought in all their wars. Now that the sky's falling, what did we do it for?
Feels like the end is near, our freedom's disappearing. People playing God, call it genetic engineering. Media misleading us and evil's interfering. While the government we need became the power that we're fearing. Our billionaires are going to space, don't blame them for leaving. Birds are falling out the air, fish washing up on our beaches. This is end times, humans got a deadline. Children are the future till we ruin them with headlines. Should be past their bedtime, but everyone's woke. They told us chase a dollar that made everyone broke. I feel like cryptocurrency is probably our last financial hope. Soon enough the government will leave your bank account froze. Judgment day is coming, you can run or you can stand and fight. Panic in the dark or lead rebellions by the candlelight. This ain't your granddaddy's planet Earth, it's black and white. The end is coming, I'll see y'all in the afterlife.
The end of the world, I will do better next time. Oh yeah, I know it. Yeah, I know it. If it's the end of the world, I know that I have lived my life to the fullest. Yeah, the fullest. We stood on top of mountains, we've been to space before. We had our dogs and houses, we dug up dinosaurs. We built those bombs to drop and we fought in all their wars. Now that the sky's falling, what did we do? It's the end of the world as we know it. It's our fault that it's over. While we look down at our phones, they'll drop a bomb from a drone, then an explosion. We should have known it. If you're down with love, you wanna make things better. All we gotta This is Meatloaf. Okay, kids, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's Outlaw Radio time!
The most imitated radio station in the nation.
I'm through with standing in line for some fun to begin, but I found a good thing leaving me with a grin. It's time for Outlaw Radio to begin.
Tell me what you want. You have the great Billy Gibbons here? Yeah.
It's very cool.
He just passed out.
Oh,
yeah. Hey, that didn't sound too bad. Had to lighten him up loud.
Oh, man.
We're here with Matt.
Oh, yeah.
Had to lighten up.
Oh, little Outlaw Radio.
We're here with Matt. And he's not fat. We got all these guys and girls in the house. Let me tell you, that's where it's at. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Allen. Pass me a gallon.
Have mercy, baby. Saying baby. I bet that's not politically correct today to say baby. Well, welcome back to the Big Dog, the broad chasing, bet to say casting, Outlaw Radio. Little old Magic Matt from the hills of the San Fernando Valley, smoking, drinking, interrupting from an 1876 Virginia City, Nevada-style bar. And although she was with us about 35 minutes ago, if you haven't checked out Wonderhussy on YouTube, do so. Especially if you have a passing passion, even a passing glance at the love of the desert. My God, you'll love this.
She will suck you in, man.
Yeah.
You get involved.
Yeah. And that's why we're involved in Wonderhussy. It is my job now to make her a superstar.
I think she did that on her own.
Yeah, but Dave, Tattoo Dave, I will tell you that I received some emails and so on, fans of the show, and folks, I have no idea who they are, but I appreciate the support of this program we do every week. And they mentioned that, Matt, don't you know
Yeah,
people?
I saw that. I read that.
I'm sure you're connected there in Hollywood. And yes, I do know people in the business. So can't you put something together for Wonderhussy? And here's the dirty little friggin' secret. The new media is YouTube.
Right, that's what she's already.
And Rumble.
Yeah.
It's not the networks anymore.
But Matt, you can picture her.
Yeah, but Mart, I appreciate that input because these are people who, not unlike us here in this 1876 Virginia City, Nevada style bar, who fell in love and have passion, and not in any sort of creepy sexual way, but we really love what she does.
They protect her, man.
And the work that she puts in.
Yeah.
But yes. And, okay, so she does a network deal, right? And I guess if she even did a year at say $1 million, then that's more than she'll probably make from YouTube in 10 years. So I understand what you're saying.
I could see her.
But they will also dictate what she does on the show.
That's what it would be the end. It would be the end. The beginning of the end of her.
Yeah, because you know what they'll do? They will fabricate a new Wonderhussy.
Right.
They will have a vision instead of letting her go and do what she does. That's what makes her great.
You know what I'm thinking, though? And I picture her.
You know, I got to send this clip that we just did here. I got to send that to Wonderhussy. Maybe I'll buy it back, leaving on a sour note.
Yeah, I don't think she would.
No, you know what I picture her? And I picture like maybe in her own sitcom. But here's what more I picture: an animated Wonderhussy.
Oh boy,
with a W on it.
Mark, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah,
I don't think it's a bad idea.
Her voice and her
really
caricature of the
All right, so Bill Maher. He says we've been given dates for climate disaster that were wrong, and that hurts credibility. But disaster is coming. Yeah. Bill Maher reacted to this week's intergovernmental panel on the climate change report by stating, and don't ever forget that it started off as global warming, and then it was global cooling, and then that didn't fit the narrative. So say climate change, that'll fit everything. You know, hot, cold, rain, snow. Oh God!
We got 18% more rain since January than Seattle this year.
Yeah. How sick is that? Yeah. Why did we get the hell out of the Pacific Northwest? Yeah. Oh, so
Tell you what, it's green out there.
It is green.
And I don't. And
I hate it.
Mark C.G. Boyer, I'm with you. I've never been a fan of green. I don't care about green. I love the desert.
Oh, well, listen, I'm telling you what.
Color,
in October,
my allergies are off the frickin' hook.
No, it's true. It's killing Mark C.G. Boyer.
In October, it's all going to burn, and we're going to have enough water to put it out.
That's right.
That's the bottom line.
Yeah, and it happens every friggin' year. The climate change report, Bill Maher stated that he thinks an environmental disaster is coming and that the world is coming to an end, but noted that there's a tendency, but only because of the left, only because of the woke, only because of those who don't love and are not passionate about the United States of America. I mean, we were a superpower. Remember when we were a superpower? I don't even know if that fits anymore. China, do you understand? And this isn't the sky is falling crap. Listen to me. This is truly coming to fruition. We are really close. China sees a window of opportunity to put the hammer down, and they are correct. Because Xi Jinping is not a stupid guy.
If there's a time, it's now.
It is now.
Yeah.
Now, if Trump were in office, if Reagan were in office, I'll go so far. You're going to hate me for this. But even if Bill Clinton, Clinton were in office, he'd say no. Put
the hammer down.
Let's keep our military strong, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
Because when push comes to shove, it becomes the most important factor.
Yes.
It's not that we want to take over other countries.
Right. No.
But other countries do want to take over America. Mark C.G. Boyer.
I don't understand how these people have not looked
When you say these people, do you mean the blacks or the Jews?
Both.
Okay.
That they have watched.
By the way, someone's going to say, Matt, it's going to come back and haunt me. Matt, did you say, and I'll say, yes, but it was parody, and I was just kidding. Oh, no, there are no jokes. There are no jokes to you people. Not in this year, but sorry, Mark, go ahead. I'm not really
We've
sorry.
watched the Russian invasion.
Yeah.
An almost complete collapse of their
his mic's a little loud there, Dave.
Their
equipment. Just bring it down,
and their tools of war are falling apart, don't work, are insufficient,
correct.
And we see this, and then we're supposed to say, well, we want us to be the same.
Yeah.
We want stuff that doesn't work.
Well, Matt,
but do you understand? We don't have a leader. We don't have a leader.
No, Matt,
we only have idiot sticks who are whispering in this old bastard's ear. And by the way, being old doesn't make you bad. And I'm not saying that because, hey, listen, I'm not even close to his age. All right?
Being Biden makes you bad.
But being Biden makes you a bad person because he is a bad person.
Oh, no, he is.
He is a bad person. He's a bad
evil son of a bitch.
El Diablo.
I mean, I don't say that about all Democrats. What did I say about Bill Clinton? I don't think Bill Clinton's a bad guy. I think he loves America. I think he loves America, and he certainly loves hot chicks.
Matt, and what do you say about Bill Maher?
And Bill Maher likes hot hookers.
Matt, can I just say this really quickly? When Trump was in office and he went to North Korea, that Im Kong Jong Yong, however you pronounce his name, and these people are going.
By the way, his real name is Too Young to Hang.
Oh, and so when Trump was going over there, they're like, "Oh, look at Trump. He's best friends with this guy." No, what he was doing was, and he said it clearly. I had dinner with him, did everything, but I simply told him in other words.
He was being diplomatic.
If you face one more missile at America,
you throw another one.
I will wipe your country
gone. You're gone
off the face of the map.
And it's all about the velvet glove, man.
Yeah.
It's all about doing the right thing. See, these folks on the left have no idea what a true negotiation is about. And Trump, loud mouth, loudmouth bastard in all these debates. Is it DeSantis? Is it Trump? Okay, I'll take a DeSantis and I'll take a Trump. I would rather have Trump because he's authentic and he's not a politician.
He's a businessman.
Makes him, and it makes him far and above all of these politicians. Ron DeSantis, a really good governor, but remains a politician.
Yeah.
And that butt is not a real big butt, because Ron DeSantis, I would welcome anyone on the verge of a conservative over this sort of regime that we have ripping apart the United States of friggin' America. Dang it. I mean, it's gotten old. And for those of you who support this regime, screw you. I don't want...
Censor.
Yeah. I don't want you listening. In fact, I'm going to go so far as to say you are now banned from listening to this show. If you are one of those, and if you're a lefty, not a liberal, I got no problem with liberals. I've never had a problem with liberals. But if you are a lefty, and if you're a lefty, then you're woke. I ban you from listening to this show.
I guess you guys are done.
No. I'll give you a second, because the ban will take place, and then you'll no longer be able to listen.
And you're no longer involved in our contest that we have for what Matt's.
Yeah. We're giving away perhaps 20 to 30 cents. So if you want to be a part of that, I'm sorry, but it's over. By the way, all this applause is for you lefty douchebags.
Thank you for coming. Bye-bye.
Okay, enough. Bill Maher said disaster is coming, the world is coming to an end, but noted there's a tendency to give very specific predictions on when environmental calamity will happen. Who is that little chick, that Thunberg chick? Yeah.
How dare you?
Yeah, how dare you?
Good, Mark.
She was very specific that I think by about now, we should be done. By about 10 years ago, we should be done.
How dare you?
How dare you?
All you have to do is watch any of Al Gore's effing propaganda. If you watch any of that crap, that terrible movie of his.
Oh God!
But watch it, and they're specific about the dates.
Fahrenheit 9/11.
New York City should be underwater.
Yes,
but yet
How dare you?
you people still believe in this friggin' Messiah, this fake Messiah.
I loathe Magic Matt and Outlaw Radio. All of you. Go to hell.
It's all wrong.
Yeah, it is. It is all wrong. Bill Maher said, I feel like I'm talking about Groundhog Day. I feel like I've read this report every year. It's always the same. The world is coming to an end, which I think it is, by the way.
Of course it is.
But, by the way, I have never, but I've never thought that impending doom could be close. You know, I'm sort of on the verge of that.
Well, let me tell you something.
The crap, the S that is coming down, the laws that are passed, what they're trying to do to our gun laws, our friggin' rights here in America.
My buddy in Montana, Mark Walker, we talk about this all the time, and I'll tell you, hey, he's a very religious guy, so he believes in Revelation.
But he's a smart guy getting the hell out of California, moving to Montana, buying a bunch of acres, building cabins.
Lives off the grid.
And he is self-sustainable, man.
Yes.
God bless him.
Well water, all that stuff. And but he says, man, Marty, because we have long conversations, and he says, look, man, I really truly believe, if you believe in Revelation or any of that stuff, all this stuff is written down that's starting to happen right now in front of us. And I know people have said that throughout the years.
Right.
Doomsday, the end of
the
days.
Aztec calendar. All
But you know, it's interesting because you're talking about Mark in Montana being a religious guy, and the fact that he's talking about, it's coming to pass. When it's the left, it's the woke left.
Yeah,
that
and Mark is not that way.
They not at all.
No,
but they preach the end coming due to global warming. But do you understand? Well, not climate change.
Right.
But you understand why? See, it's money.
Mm-hmm.
This entire concept made Al Gore a gazillionaire. Check it out, man. I'm not making this up. Check out the facts. It made Al Gore a gazillionaire.
Yeah.
As this guy is living on thousands of square feet mansions and running lights 24/7.
Right. And
he's
flying in private jets.
And but they're all friggin' Joe Biden. And he's talking about this is an existential friggin' happening that is going to kill us if we don't get a hold of it. And then the next day or the next week, he's there flying Air Force One to Canada, meeting with that piece of crap who runs... You know, a bunch of good people, I will tell you this, a bunch of really good people live in Canada.
Yes.
And they're being run by an effing maniac. And Biden then travels there, and they're using how many SUVs? 10, 15, 20 SUVs, burning up friggin' fuel.
Yeah.
Because these folks are in town. They couldn't have done that by a phone call. You see, they lie. They lie. They don't care.
Well, isn't that hypocritical?
Biden doesn't even know what day it is. He doesn't know
He's
what
a stumbling,
day it is.
bumbling idiot, man. He just is.
But there he is. It's an existential friggin' crisis. We're all going to die if we don't get a hold of this. But yet, there he is, traveling to Canada.
Why wouldn't they get electric vehicles if he really wants to?
I was going to say, I'm sure they got into their
what
Teslas.
He preaches.
You know, Dave, it's such a son of a bitch because it's such a lie.
Yeah, of course.
But what drives me nuts is those people who buy into this and they feed into this, and they are the CNN watchers and the MSN watchers because who was the comedian we played last week? The British guy. That dude was spot on. He was spot on about CNN and Russell Brand.
Yeah.
Russell Brand, spot on.
I couldn't. He impressed me a lot.
Yeah, and something you wouldn't expect by a lefty. I mean,
not only that, but just his portrayal of whatever he plays in movies as a bumbling English drunk, drug addict, whatever.
No, he's a smart guy.
Very intelligent.
Yeah. How am I going to say this without getting us banned on YouTube? Bill Maher says, he says, the disaster's coming, but they always seem to predict very specifically when, and some of those dates have already passed. I think they should, first of all, stop doing that because it really bleeds their credibility. It's kind of like what the Western medical establishment found out about the C word with a 19 after it. Don't lie about it because people, you will lose your credibility. I lost all faith in the medical community.
Well, any faith you had left, really, right?
I still believed up until that point of this C-19 thing and the lockdowns. I still remained a believer in the medical community.
Sure.
I thought they were almost godlike. And
well, that's the thing. They are.
They're not.
But they are because they have the power. But then the almighty dollar sign rings in.
But they're not. They are as dumb as mud fences. And most of these doctors are not worth a nickel. But there are the specialists, the brilliant people who didn't stand in this friggin' lockstep line. Those are the people who knew what this C word 19 was truly all about. This was about early voting. This was about send in your effing ballot.
Yep.
Now.
Yeah, so we can rip it up and...
Are we going to be smart now? Are we? Are we those who love America? You simply do what they're doing. You can't wait until the last day. Get that ballot in the mail. I'm telling you, That's the truth.
Yeah, do what they're doing.
Because what happens
Hit 'em
is
back with
on
all
that.
But Matt, does it really matter?
Yes, it does. Because on that election day, when there are snow flurries and it keeps a gazillion Republicans away from the voting booth, it's a bad thing. So get it in there. I do believe it does matter. I do believe that the truth will be sussed and will eventually get to the truth when it comes to voting. So whatever it takes, get it in the mail if you have to. But this ballot harvesting, yes, a crock of crap. So, so we on the right who love America must do the same damn thing.
Their own medicine, man. Give them a taste.
Ballot harvesting works for these a-holes. It works for them. And it shouldn't be legal, but it is.
That shouldn't be legal.
You mean my fault? It's not even the microphone. It's just the connection.
I know.
I think I've got like about 2.5 minutes here. So let me get to this.
Correct.
This is about, and I mean this sincerely. If I screw up the pronunciation of this town, my apologies. And I rarely apologize. I think it's Zittau, Wisconsin. And this was sent me by Steve Abbott, our buddy in Stevens Point.
Steve-O.
Good man.
Yeah.
Steve.
He sends me cheese. He sent me cheese
He's a fellow
over
truck
the
driver.
years from this factory in Zittau, Wisconsin. I have a true and loving place in my heart for those folks in Wisconsin because the vast majority get it.
Yeah.
And I do believe you're a red state. I don't give an S about what the stats and the fake effing... I can't say that. I almost screwed up and almost thrown off YouTube. So you know where I'm going.
My buddy just moved there, and he grew up in Southern
Wisconsin?
California, yes.
Yeah.
So he grew up here.
They're good
And
people.
He told
They're
me,
good,
he told me they're the most
good
friendly,
people.
And he just to clarify and to just whatever, he said that yes, for the most part, they're on the right. So why?
Well, what they are, you've got a lot of Polish immigrants in Wisconsin who are old school Democrats. And a lot of them will still vote Democrat because they don't get it. But maybe with our help, and you love America, my Polish friends, maybe you'll do the right thing this time. It was the Union Star Cheese Factory, and it was a tragic friggin' incident. And you know, I mean, for me, all bets are off when it comes to humor, but I can't laugh about this. The owners of the factory, of this cheese factory in Zittau, Wisconsin, were shot to death by their own son.
Yep.
The entire community in shock and mourning the loss of these two people that were revered in that community.
It's unbelievable.
According to the reports, the son entered the factory, fired multiple rounds at his parents, killing them on the spot.
Wow.
The motive for the attack is unknown at this time. The son taken into custody, investigation ongoing. David Metzig and his family. Yeah, Dave?
Well, it is known. They said that he did it because he wanted to take over the factory.
That's what I heard.
Is that right?
He did it because he wanted to take. He wanted the money. He wanted everything.
So no, he did it because he's insane.
Well, that's
yeah.
That was the motive. He wanted to take over the company.
The news has left this beautiful community heartbroken, in disbelief.
It's horrible.
Owners of the Union Star Cheese Factory, and this is why Steve Abbott sent this to me. He said, "Man, I sent you cheese from that joint, and the greatest cheese in the world, by the way."
Oh, it's absolutely
Wisconsin.
the best. Yeah.
But they were known for their kindness, generosity towards their employees and the people of Zittau. The couple was deeply loved, respected, and their own son took them out.
Yeah.
That's pretty effed up.
You think there's some mental issues there?
Yeah, a little bit. And God bless you. God bless that family.
Yeah.
Prayers. I'm a huge fan of cheese.
And Wisconsin.
A major fan of Wisconsin. And not simply because you make the best cheese in the world, but because you are that rarity.
Good folks.
You are that beautiful person who loves America. And I'm going to speak for all of us here on Outlaw Radio. We love you for that, from the bottom of my heart. All right, another half hour to go here on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. Thank you for being there.
I've gone to ground. I'm watching porn in my hotel dressing gown. And now I dream of you, but I still believe there's only enough for one in a lonely hotel suite. The journey's long, and I feel so bad. I'm thinking back to the last day we had. Old moon fades into the new. Soon I know I'll be back with you. I'm nearly with you. I'm nearly with you. When I'm weak, I draw strength from you. And when you're lost, I know how to change your mood. And when I'm down, you breathe life over me. Even though we're miles apart, we are each other's On a clear day, I'll fly home to you. I'm bending time, I'm getting back to you. Old moon fades into the new. Soon I know I'll be back with you. I'm nearly with you. I'm nearly with you. When I'm weak, I draw strength from you. And when you're lost, I know how to change your mood. And when I'm down, you breathe life over me. Even though we're miles apart, we are each other's I draw strength from you. And when you're lost, I know how to change your mood. And when I'm down, you breathe life over me. Even though we're miles apart, we are each
for sure the revolution won't be televised. I know that we've been waiting patiently for better times. We fell asleep and men are blind, can't recognize it's genocide. Feel like the bomb about to drop out of the clouds. Another virus going airborne, go hide inside your house. Farmers watching crops die, they drying up with droughts. Angry people forming crowds and trying to burn the cities down. This is Armageddon, martial law for our protection. I talk to God, but it's long distance and I lost reception. Forest fires and oil spills are the awful lessons. I'm just waiting for the devil to take over heaven. This is biblical, I swear it's in the Bible. We keep killing one another and we dying for survival. We used to fight for peace, we put our flowers in their rifles. Now we're about to be extinct, every man, woman, and child.
It's the end of the world, I will do better next time. Oh yeah, I know it. Yeah, I know it. If it's the end of the world, I know that I have lived my life to the fullest. Yeah, the fullest.
Outlaw Laboratories. With over 200 research workers, academic staff, and PhD students worked around the clock 7 days a week for 9 years. And today, we deliver broadcasting from atomic scale components, 21st century technology, talk, stars, and subliminal messaging. Motivating, stimulating, mildly erotic, 24/7. Outlaw Radio.
Well, I guess time to welcome back, my friends, to Outlaw Radio. Wow. That's called hitting the post. That's us top 40 guys who stop talking right before they start singing.
Well, your microphone kind of helped.
God bless you, Sylvester. You know, he's one of those first gay guys back in the disco, the Studio 54 days in New York. Always love this song. Any song you hear on this show, it's because I like it.
How would you
And
dance
so,
to it?
how about that? How about that?
It's your show.
I love rock and roll, and I love this song. I love this song.
Yeah.
I do.
If you were to dance to this song, how would you be dancing?
Why are you asking me that again? My hand's so far above my head that I,
But you care, though.
I wouldn't care. I would
not care.
I would not care. Yeah. Why? Some headphones are up too loud or mics are up too loud. Come on, Dave. Come on.
It's fixed.
Tattoo
So,
Dave.
No need mentioning.
Oh, no.
It's fixed.
Believe me, there's always a need as the host. I think in that last segment, if you came in late, and there's a way, if you're watching us on rumble.com, and that platform we adore, or YouTube, I'll just leave it there. But if there's a way you can go back and listen to the last segment, I want you to know that that is truth. That is truth from me. This is a labor of love because I love the United States of America. And I love people, good people. And not unlike Dennis Prager, who we're not buddies, but I know him.
I like that guy.
And he's a good man. But when he states that those babies who are born are not born good, he's right. Humans are not naturally good. They don't naturally do the right thing. What they'll do is the right thing for them. So is this the right thing for me? It is because I love the United States of America. And P.S., I'm a big fan of the world. I am. I'm a big fan. And I would hope that what you would take from this show is real passion and real love and do the right thing. What is that? Well, because we're on the right, and I'm doing quotations for those of you watching us on YouTube and Rumble. But what does that mean? It doesn't mean I am a Republican, although it's the only way I can vote today. I can't stand politicians. I can't stand the majority of Republicans. And do I need to say it?
They're part of the big government, too.
I hate the Democrats today. I couldn't tell you that 10 years ago. I never would have said that to you 10 years ago. But these people are pieces of crap who no longer love the United States of America. They want change for change's sake. And some of this started with Barack Obama, who did nothing but bad things for race relations. You would think that the first quote-unquote black president would fix all that. But no, it made it worse, rougher, worse, uglier, because here's simply another politician by the name of Barack Wilhouse. I made up his middle name.
That's kind of cool.
I think it's funny.
I went with it. Works. I was buying it.
But the Millhouse. But he fabricated. He was the quintessential politician, made the president because of a little help from Oprah Winfrey,
Hello, Larry.
who put him on the map.
Yeah.
But this man was the first to say, no, I believe that marriage should be between a man and a woman. You understand, he made that statement.
Yes.
As president.
I've seen it.
So many years ago. And then, of course, well, you know, people can be enlightened and change. Okay.
He's backtracking.
Okay, more political friggin' bull crap. I can't stand the politicians. So why is it, Matt, here on Outlaw Radio, why is it that I believe that Trump is the right guy? Because he's not a politician. And he shoots himself in the foot constantly.
Yes.
He's a loud mouth.
Says the wrong thing a lot of times.
Because he's just simply speaking to the American public. There's nothing to grind here except make America better.
How do you not see how good it was when he was there?
Oh my God!
How does anybody not see what he did for America?
No matter your racial proclivity, right? I mean, he put everyone to work.
Yes.
And then and I'm not a conspiratorial guy. I'm the last person who you would put in pigeonhole that way. But my God, this C-word 19 thing that happened, I wouldn't be surprised if this was all dreamt up. And it's way beyond, as Barack Obama was known to say, way beyond my pay grade to be that friggin' dark, to be able to put these notions together to take over America. But I will tell you, in this year of 2023, all bets are off. I think these maniacal sons of bitches are that smart. You noticed I never said they were stupid. They simply want to change America.
They derive a plan, and
Barack Obama made that statement. Yeah. He made that statement, and his wife went on record as saying, "This is the first time in my life I am proud of America." What does that tell you about these folks? What does that tell you? How can that be the first time in your life?
It's impossible.
Well,
you know, here's the thing: if everything's copacetic, everybody's happy, everybody's working, everyth's up, then the government
Democrats
has nothing to do.
Right, the government doesn't.
Good point.
Yeah, but no, it's simple. It's simple.
Yeah.
Less government.
Nothing to govern.
Less government. Let us do the right thing as Americans.
And I still work with people. I work with people that say, and I this is last week. This guy said, "Yeah, look, our last president. Wow, he had things." I go, "He had things what?" And he said, "He had things so messed up." I go, "Messed up?" I said,
"The
lowest unemployment."
How so?
I said, "Inflation."
How is it messed up?
No inflation.
So this is one of those
gas prices. Yeah.
One of was double.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was. Okay, you're done.
One of these friggin' idiots who watches MSN and watches CNN as
Well, he couldn't wait for Trump to get arrested.
as a religion.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I can't wait. I'm gonna go.
You can't.
I'm gonna go
wait.
get balloons and a cake.
Okay, but
and-
you know, there's nothing we can do about stupid people
Oh.
except
You can't fix stupid.
try our damnedest to educate
I
them.
stopped arguing with this guy. I walked away from him. 'cause I
Okay,
just couldn't
yeah,
handle
you know, I got a lot to get to. Mark C.G. Boyer supplied me with so much cool stuff, which I know I'm going to get to next week because it's almost an evergreen and it's really good, compelling stuff. I don't have time.
Let's get happy.
Only because I.
God. Darn it.
Son of a bitch! Damn it! Why is it so effing difficult for me to simply do an effing radio show, something I've done since I'm 12 years old? I never had these problems at KRKO, frickin' Everett, Washington, in a cow pasture with a 3-antenna array and 5,000 watts. I never had this problem because, well, I'm not an engineer.
Technician.
Okay.
Obviously.
We were talking about global warming that became, well, it was the ice age. And
How dare you.
And then it became, of course, climate change. And one of the most brilliant guys on the planet, we played the entire thing. We don't have time for that. But we're going to play a little bit of this brilliant man who is never, ever, much like Bill Maher, he was never known as being a guy on the right. Far from it. But what he was one of those Americans that those who voted Democrat don't exist anymore. They haven't figured this out, that their party is so far down the tracks. And I think of Wild Wild West because, God, I love that TV show.
Their party abandoned them.
They're gone.
Mm-hmm.
But this man, not a righty, but brilliant comedian, but brilliant in commentary.
Best ever. Oh,
His name is George Carlin.
Best.
And there's about 90 seconds, and this was years ago. But how spot on is this man today when it comes to these idiot friggin' sticks and this sky is falling climate change bull S. This bull S that we're this close to death. We're not this close to death because of climate change. We're this close to death because of government control.
Yep.
Period. Enjoy this brilliant man by the name of George Carlin.
See, I'm not one of these people who's worried about everything. You got these people around you. The country's full of them now. People walking around all day long, worried about everything. Worried about the air, worried about the water, worried about the soil. Worried about pesticides, insecticides, food additives, carcinogens, worried about radon gas, worried about asbestos. Worried about saving endangered species. Let me tell you about endangered species, all right? Saving endangered species is just one more arrogant attempt by humans to control nature. It is arrogant meddling. It's what got us in trouble in the first place.
Pause for a second. The reason I'm pausing, I want you to listen to this man. Let me reiterate, this is not a conservative. But today, in 2023, this man, George Carlin, is a conservative.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Period.
Oh, yeah.
And it will become illuminating to you in about the last 60 to 90 seconds of what he has to say, and it is so today. This so fits in 2023, and this is at least 20 years ago. It could be 30 years ago. Thank you, Tattoo Dave. Continue with George Carlin.
And that interfering with nature. Over 90%, way over 90% of all the species that have ever lived on this planet, are gone. Whoosh. They're extinct. We didn't kill them all. They just disappeared. That's That's what nature does. They disappear these days at the rate of 25 a day, regardless of our behavior, I mean. Irrespective of how we act on this planet, 25 species that were here today will be gone tomorrow. Let them go gracefully.
Yes.
Leave nature alone.
Yes.
Haven't we done enough? We're so self-important.
Oh, yeah.
So self-important.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's going to save something now.
Listen to this.
Save the trees, save the bees.
Listen to
save
this.
the whales, save those snails.
Listen.
And the greatest arrogance of all, save the planet.
Boom.
What? Are these fucking people kidding me? Save the planet? We don't know how to take care of ourselves yet. We haven't learned how to help one another. We're going to save the fucking planet? I am getting tired of that shit. I'm tired of fucking Earth Day. I'm tired of these fucking self-righteous environmentalists.
Yes!
I'm tired of these white, liberal, bourgeois, liberal, white people who think the only thing wrong with this planet is there aren't enough bicycle paths.
Enough said. Okay, let's go to break. That's George Carlin. Spot on. And he's talking about white liberals, and he's a liberal his own self because he doesn't let that get in the way. He doesn't let party affiliation. No, he's not a lefty. He's simply a liberal. But he can't stand these white liberals. And what have I said time and time again on this show? The worst liberal are these friggin' white liberals living in upstate New York, or they're living in the Upper West Side of Manhattan because they lie to you. They are the racist. They truly are the racist. We're not on this show. We truly don't care what color you are. Just have a happy day. Don't get in our way. And can we help you? May you help us. Can we get together? Can we build a business? Doesn't matter, man. LGBTQ this, you friggin' idiots. We'll be this after back on Outlaw Radio.
We return to Outlaw Radio's Demons of Decadence.
I just noticed that you are chatting on rumble.com. Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
We got.
And no, we don't. We're not paying attention to that, and we will. You know, we'll get it all together. I mean, these are new platforms for us. You know, I'm used to radio only, and now here we are visually. But I think that's got to be good for you, being able to see my pretty face. Right? How can that be a negative?
And I want to thank them also.
Well, I can't hear Mart. Is his mic up? That's my brother Mart.
Yeah, and I want to thank them.
I love this bar. I think I was thanking them, wasn't I? I meant to. 97-year-old Dick Van Dyke involved in a single car accident in California. I know he lives in Malibu because I met him there at a park. And we talk about old school liberal. He's that guy. Yep. You know, he really is that guy, and he's always been that guy. And he'll never stop voting Democrat. But he's 97 years old. It's what he does. One of my buddies, Milt Larson, who owns the Magic Castle, the private club, esteemed private club in Hollywood, Cali. I'm certain he probably votes a third party or Democrat as well. He's one of those. You know, he's one of those guys who loves America but doesn't like what's going on today. But Dick Van Dyke, still alive, 97, in an accident. You know, my buddy Milt Larson fell off a freaking ladder and still alive. Let me knock on I found some real wood here on this bar.
It's everywhere.
Chris Rock, I've been meaning to get to this. And by the way, wow, we're going to have to do 4 hours next Saturday because I have so much stuff that we didn't get to. Let me just say this before I get to Chris Rock. Anyone aware of this actor Billy Porter? I mean, for some reason he's sort of big, but he falsely screams that guns are the number one killer of children. And once again, it's the lefties making things up.
Incorrect.
It's a lie. Yeah. It is a 100% lie. But a Billy Porter will spout out a stat saying guns are the number one killer of children, and idiots won't check it. They will simply believe that.
Is this the Billy Porter, the trans?
Oh, yeah. And it's like, oh, stop it already. Okay, so we're going to bump out with this. And then if we have time, well, we'll come back, play a song, and say thanks. In fact, in case I don't have time, I thank Tattoo Dave, our producer.
Thank you.
My brother Mark G. Boyer, our beautiful HR man, Billy Dilly, and my own self. I've been trying to get to this. You may have heard it, but this is Chris Rock comparing Democrats arresting Trump. In fact, no, this is not that bit. But he simply went on record as saying, Democrats arresting Trump is like arresting Tupac. He's just going to sell more records. and I leaked audio from recent Chris Rock performance revealed him comparing an arrest of former President Donald Trump. I don't think he's a fan of Trump. I don't think Chris Rock is on the right. It doesn't matter. But this is Chris Rock, I believe, talking about Will Smith getting butthurt over his comedy.
Good.
And here we go.
I have rooted for Will Smith my whole life. I root for this motherfucker, okay? And now I watch Emancipation just to see him get whooped.
Chris Rock took aim at Will Smith during his Netflix comedy special on Saturday, 1 year after the actor slapped
This is
him
like
at
one of
the
those
Oscars.
Entertainment Tonights or something.
Now a source
Good,
tells
you didn't have to
ET
bleep it.
Will is embarrassed and hurt by what the comedian said about him and his family.
Wow, you shouldn't have slapped him,
During
Will.
the special, Chris
Idiot.
referenced the cheating
Friggin'
rumors that
idiot.
surrounded Will and his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, in 2020.
That his wife was f***ing her son's friend.
Yes.
Okay?
True.
Now,
True.
I normally would not talk about this but for some reason, these put that on the internet.
I got into an entanglement with August. That's what I said.
That's
an entanglement.
That's his
Yes.
wife. That's his wife.
Yes.
A relationship.
Yes, it was a relationship. Absolutely.
She hurt him way more than he hurt me. Okay? And who's he hit? Me.
The special marks the first time Chris has spoken publicly about the Oscars slap.
And people like, did it hurt? It still hurts. I got summertime ringing in my ears.
I was just glad to see, after what happened and all the trauma and stuff, that he emerged stronger.
I'm glad he's getting a chance to be seen and appreciated.
As for Will, he addressed the incident the day after the Oscars on Instagram, offering an apology to Chris. A few months later, after the Oscar winner was banned from attending any Academy events or programs for a decade, he said sorry again in an emotional video shared to YouTube.
He's not really sorry.
There is no part of me that thinks that was the right way to behave
and I like Will.
In that moment.
I do like
Now,
Will.
ET source says Will hasn't
to.
watched the special, but people have told him what Chris said, and Will would like for him to let it go.
No.
The source adds that Will
Shouldn't
has
have slapped
worked on
him,
himself
idiot.
and wants Chris to move on so that he and everyone
Okay.
else can too.
Isn't that fun?
ET source says Will is also upset that Netflix gave Chris a platform and thinks it's distasteful. And
All
while Will may not have been into
I've had enough. Let's go to a song. Here's the bottom line. Will Smith, you did a stupid thing, and you're a real smart guy. But there you are defending a chick in your life, your wife, who was screwing around on you. You're defending her. It is beyond the pale of insanity. See you next week on Outlaw Radio. Well, see, that should have been, and then they start singing. Right? Anyone? Okay.
Well, you're not supposed-
I'm Magic Matt. Bumblebees can't fly.
Saturday night and I'm just hanging out, looking for a place to party. I jumped into my ride and I hit the road, 'cause there's only one place to go, down to the nightclub. Ooh, women be right, just get ready and put to the nightclub. We go bump city, sitting by the dance floor, checking it out, watching the man with the fast feet. Down to the nightclub, You can get what you want if you know how to ride to the nightclub. Ooh, we be slick, and all the people be bumping at Bump City. The joint be jumping at Bump City. The mama be humming at Bump City. Hey, while the band be pumping, shut the band be pumping. Down to the nightclub. Well, if you got the dough, the liquor will flow to the nightclub. Tied on a drum, down to the nightclub. We go bump, down to the nightclub. We be slick, down to the nightclub. We go bump, down to the nightclub. Down to the nightclub. Well, if you got the dough, the liquor will flow to the nightclub. Yeah, oh yeah, to the nightclub. Look at me, you can get what you want if you know how to find it. To the nightclub. Come on, to the nightclub. Love yeah, to the nightclub. Look at y'all, the women be righteously ready and pretty. To the nightclub. Right now, to the nightclub. Down to the nightclub.
We got winners, we got losers, chain smokers and boozers, and we got yuppies, we got backers, we got thirsty hitchhikers, and the girls next door dress up like movie stars. I love this bar. matters.